Yes, everybody, Russ on the West Ham Network. Hope you are all safe and well, my friends. Let's sort out my camera. There we go. Hope you're all safe and well from you around here. Give it a like, give it a comment, give it a share, give it one of those bloody good subscribes. It is the quarterfinals. The quarterfinals of the Europa Conference League. Breathe it in, ladies and gentlemen. First leg, obviously, being played in Belgium, with the second leg playing next Thursday at the London Stadium. Was a two-legged affair. Loads of people in the chat already. Great to see. Thanks for joining us. More importantly, that's the side. Let's put up the big screen so you can see. There's the side that's going to be facing the team that's fourth in the Belgium Pro League. We have Areola in goal. I think it looks like a back three of Johnson, Aged, and Ugbonna, with Soufal and Emerson playing wing backs, with Rice and Downs in the middle, with Lanzini, Bowen, and Danny Ings on the bench. We have Fabianski, Joseph and Nang, Aaron Cresswell, Zuma, Fornals, Antonio Paqueta, who's back from injury, Cornet, Benrahma, Tilo Kira, Tommy Suchek, and Divine Mbama as well, which is great to see. So that's your side. What do you think of the side so far? What do you think of that side? I mean, there's loads of people in the chat already, so we'll go through. Well, it does seem Frano and Howard are just having loads of talks amongst themselves. But you know, I could claim to know the Ghent side. All I know is Orban is bloody good, the young lad, and Lupez, Hugo Lupez, he's scored 26 goals this season. They play a back three as well, so we've gone like for like, I think, in terms of setup, and we can go through it. We'll talk through it as well, like we usually do. But as I say, if you're new around here, give it a like, give it a comment, give it a share, give it a subscribe. Let me know how confident you are. How confident you are of today. Are you a happy hammer? Are you going into this with lots of excitement and trepidation? Let me know how you feel. I'm not gonna so literally Frano and Howard are just having this loving at the moment. Cyril Flame, good evening to you. If we're up by two more, you should put Mbama in. The kid is rocking this season. Certainly is. 26. How many goals he scored? I can't believe it's ridiculous. John T from Football London, he saw him. He suggested that he may get a run out. Obviously, we're cut the goals up, maybe, particularly the Arsenal game in mind. The Arsenal are about to choke the league. Frano, what a better way for us to derail their chances. Love it, love it, love it. All right, Russ, well, yeah, I'm very well. Hope you are well too, Frano. Hope you're excited for the game. Hope you're excited. I'm excited for the game. I think it's going to be a good one. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to just experiencing, hopefully, an exciting game. An exciting game, but we shall see. Sometimes things don't always pan out the way we like to, do they? Let's be honest, when it comes to West Ham. But yeah, I mean, the side a little bit taken back. I mean, obviously, I did my predicted 11, where I thought we was going to go for a back four, but I think we're going for a back three. But apart from that, I think it's not too bad. I'm going to put a bit of music on. Let's get a bit of music on in the background. I don't know if you're like me, but you've been watching all the bloody people on Twitter and Facebook in Belgium having their beers and stuff like that. Not jealous in the slightest. I am. I'm completely jealous in the slightest, to be perfectly honest. But yeah, so let's put that on. Go down a little bit. There we go. That's better. Just to get the atmosphere going a little bit before pre-match, and then we'll switch off before we take on. Lee, hope you are well. What I might do is should I bring up? Yeah, I've got an idea. Let's have a look at that team in a bit more detail, shall we? Thankfully, the game is live on Irish TV, so I'll be comfy on the couch watching us destroy Ghent. Now, Ghent aren't going to be easy. They're not going to be easy. They're going to be one of the toughest, well, so far the toughest opponent that we've had in the Conference League this season. That's for sure. Although we do quite well against the Belgians recently, I mean, we played obviously Anderlecht in the group stages. We played Ghent. Not Ghent, but Genk in the in the group stages for the Europa League. If we get through to the semi-finals, we're going to play AZ Alkmaar or Anderlecht again. So people could be all the way back to Belgium again. They pretty much know how to get there, it seems now. But they're not going to be an easy task at all. They're a very good side. They've taken a lot of the Belgium media by surprise this season because they are such a they're scoring a lot of goals. Hugo Clupes, he's their main goal threat. But obviously, the rise of Orban as well. He's a very, very, very good player who'll be wanting to impress today. That's for sure. It's almost like the BBC website. One of the Belgian journalists said it's almost like a job interview for the Premier League. These next 2 games for Orban, he'll be definitely moved on in the summer probably. They've taken the league by storm a little bit. They're about 5 or 6 places higher up than they would normally be. Obviously, it's led at the moment by Ghent. Anderlecht, who are our potential semi-final opponents, are currently 9th, and Ghent are 4th in the Pro League. They drew 1-1 at the weekend against the second place side, Union Saint-Gilles, who are actually probably the informed side. So it's a good draw for them. They had just on Saturday 1-1. I believe also the game is on in the US. I think it's been streamed live on Paramount Plus, and in the UK it's going to be on BT Sport, or you could just listen to me warble on about it. Each their own. I'm sure that one sounds a bit more appealing, to be honest. But what I'm going to do is let me just share my screen. Let's have a quick look. I've been playing around with my stuff recently, so let's have a look and see if this works. Let's have a look at this work. I need to boot that there, and I need to go with that, and then take that off, and then go hello, and then if I do this, and then do this, hey, there we go. Look at that. So if we look at the side and look at the team that Moyes is entrusted with us to. So in terms of the side, let me just sort this out a little bit. So he's gone with Areola in goal. Is what it is. Makes sense. Areola in goal. Yep, perfect. And then in terms of the way the team's been read out, in terms of the team selection, it looks like to me that Soufal is going to be the right wing back. I think Emerson is going to be the left wing back. Let's put him a bit higher up so I can get him in. And then we're going to go with a midfield, a back 3 of Benny Boy Johnson, who has played in that position quite a lot, along with Nayoff, who gets back into the side after being dumped at the weekend, and then Mr. Ogbonna. I think that's how it seems to me how it sort of is panning out. Then obviously we've got the captain Declan Rice. We knew he'll be playing if he's fit. He wants to play every game. So yep, Deck's in. We've got Mr. Flynn Downs, Manu Lanzini. He's played every game. He started every Europa League game this season, the Europa Conference League game this season. He's in. And then who else have we got? 1, 2, 4, 5. Who else we still got? We still got Bowen and we still got Danny Ings. So I think they'll be doing something which they've done before with Bowen. Where's my thing gone? There we go. Where they it's sort of 2 up top, but not really. That type of thing. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 players. So that's how I think it's going to. But actually, to be honest, Bowen will drift off here. He'll go up top. Danny drops back. It may sometimes be more like this in defence, maybe like that, and then them 2, something like that. It can change. It can change, but I think that's how we're going to be looking like it in terms of how it goes in. 5-3-2 in defence and 4-3-3. I don't think the thing is it's the third one, isn't it? I suppose it's the left hand side, isn't it? Really, if you look at that left hand side, I think it's that you wouldn't drift Lanzini out to that side, would you? Really, he'd obviously be in the middle trying to put some stuff together, unless sometimes also you could get something like this. He's played out there sometimes as well, and he does tend to drift out onto the right hand side. So it's great. It's great. I think there's lots of movement there. There's lots of changing pieces. And as I said, on the bench, we've got the likes of Mbama, we've got the likes of Cornet, we've got the likes of Ben Rama, we've got Paqueta, who's come back to from injury. So, I think that's not a bad. I don't think that's a bad side. I think it's a good side. It's a mixture. I think I put the likes of. I thought Aaron Cresswell might have got a nod today because. Well, it's all in between these two, aren't they? In terms of we want to qualify and we want to get through to the semis. We want to hopefully if we're going to win, get the job done as much as we can in the first leg, meaning the second leg, not take our foot off the gas a little bit, but maybe give people, maybe a lot of the 21s again, where we've done that before, we give them some game time as well. So that could be really useful. But I think it's good to see Bonner still there. Obviously, Gerd coming back in. I'd be interested to see Ben Johnson being played there. Obviously, he's been favoured for there may be a Tila Kira. I think Tila Kira is probably more suited to that right-sided of the back three than necessarily as a wing back. But he's put Soufal in, who's we've got the number one jersey, but the number 2 jersey in that position. So that's going to be a little bit of a risk, maybe, particularly with the Arsenal game coming up, or maybe Arsenal's pace on the wings might mean someone like Tilo comes in just to cover that pace. Maybe I don't know. Frano was expecting to see Cornet. Me too. I thought if ever you want to get a game to give the guy 60, 70 minutes, this would have been it. And he was in my predicted 11. My predicted 11 was a back 4 with Cresswell, Bonner, Aged, and Ben Johnson. With Rice and I called Rice, Lanzini, and Downs. I actually said Fornals. Yeah, I went Fornals, Cornet, Ings. So I thought they would have given Bowen a bit of a rest, but not as the case may be. Moyes playing for a draw shot. I don't know. I think what he's done is, Peter, he's definitely matched up like for like. We know that Genk play, their manager is a bit Moisey in that respect, in that the side he's going to play. He's going to play 3 at the back. And so maybe we've matched up like for like, possibly. I think there's concerns about... Hugo Klubers is a very good goal scorer. He's on fire at the moment. Orban is the wonder kid. And again, I think he scores like 14 goals in 12 games. So he's someone to watch out for. You imagine the likes of Lanzini would have played anyway. You might imagine the likes of Flynn Downs would have played. But I think I don't think it's a bad side, really. I miss the only thing I miss is I like Fornals' energy in these European games, personally. But that's what I think is going to happen. I hope you guys, Damien, hope you guys win the Europa Cup. We hope it too, my friend. We hope it too. Buzzing, can't wait. I don't know. The only sort of things you get, is if you look at the side, the way it's been. Actually, let's put this one's better. The way it's been read out in terms of the actual team news, it looks like either Lanzini is playing not as a CDM. I think he's actually as a 10 with Rice and Downs, because we do tend to do it by position, rather than do it. And that's one thing that really winds me up. You've told the opposition this formation you're playing. But I think Lanzini's down as a 10, but we'll see what happens. Or maybe Lanzini and Downs, or maybe it's a 5-2-2-1. I don't know, but I think it's going to be quite interesting. It could work, guys, with Emerson and Soufal putting that ball in the box. It can. Damien, who do you think is going to win the Champions League, Europa League, and Europa Conference League? Well, I think City looked quite strong the other day, but I think certainly Real Madrid, I think it's going to be a tough one, really. I fancy us. And in terms of the Europa League, it really depends about what happens today. You've got, haven't we got? Isn't it finaled Roma, or is that tonight, or is that tomorrow? That's going to be a really interesting game. I think that one is, particularly from a West Ham perspective, in terms of it's two potential West Ham managers against each other in Mourinho versus Arne Slot. So that's going to be quite interesting. But as long as we win the conference, it's all I care about. It's all I care about. Man United for the Europa, says Howard. What we got here? Sufal can't cross. Love him, but can't cross. Sometimes he does. Sometimes he surprises you, doesn't it? Sometimes he does surprise you a little bit. But based on that side, predictions. Let's get some score predictions. We've got half an hour to go to kick off. We've got loads of videos on Twitter across the board of people who are out there, not jealous in the slightest. And it's funny, I'm seeing pictures of people who I've also seen as well. So it's just very strange. But it'd be interesting to get your opinion on what's happening. I'm just having a quick look. Oh, Cess, God bless Cess. He did you went on an overnight coach trip, bless him. I know it's hard to predict, Peter. If we did that, we'd all be millionaires if we could easily predict it. But the idea is, what do you think the score is going to be? Realistically, I've given you a bit of information. I've spoken about what I think, Ghent are. They're a very strong side. They're a side you need to watch out for. They're not going to be no pushovers. And it's going to be a good atmosphere there, that's for sure. Damon's gone for 6-0. 6-0 to West Ham. Wow. 5-0, shake that Newcastle result off. Well, that'd be lovely, wouldn't it? It'd be lovely. Howard's gone for a 4-0 with Ings, Bowen, Lanzini and Barmer. 4. Brilliant. Peter's gone for a 2-1 loss, just to add a bit of yin and yang. Thank you, Peter. Appreciate it. Let's go, boys. I'm going for a 2-1 with them having a lead. Okay, so you think Ghent? No, Ghent. Got to make sure I say the right T or K. So you think Ghent are going to go 1 up and we're going to win 2-1. Not sure what West Ham. Neither are we. No one's sure what West Ham's going to turn around. Europe's a bit of a different beast for us, I think. In my opinion, I think we tend to play. As I said, we are the only side. We are the only side in Europe that has a 100% record in this year in the European competitions. Because I think with Man City beating Bayern, that was the only one. Bayern, I think, had a 100% record. So we are the only side. And granted, people are going to say, "Oh, it's only Europa Conference League." You've got players in front of you, innit? You've got players in front of you, and Christ, how many times have we got to, got knocked out in a FA Cup or a quarter or a Carabao Cup against a lower league team? So and happens all the time. So fair play. I'm just trying to see any more news has come up. Obviously, news today that West Ham will be losing their sponsor for the 2024-25 season. In that Premier League, clubs have unanimously decided to ban betting, gambling companies on the front of their shirts, which I think is brilliant. So we'll be probably acquiring. I think the Betway runs out at the end of next season, so that's probably why. So they wouldn't renew that unless they can do it at the back of the shirts at the bottom. They can do it at the sleeve, but not in the front. So that's quite interesting. One epic comeback. Great. Would love an epic comeback, my friend. Would love an epic comeback. Euros have been a nice distraction so far, indeed. I mean, you look at all the when we're out there, it's just everyone seems to be having a lovely time. Everyone seems to be having a lovely time, drinking lots of booze, lots of beer, lots of Belgian beer, eating lots of waffles, and why not? Why not? With that said, we are massive. We certainly are massive, my friend. They will lose. Okay, I think they will win the tie 7-2. First leg 6-0. Second leg 2-1 loss. Okie dokie. That's in the oh yeah, you might be right. I thought it was a bit earlier. You might be right. I do apologise if it's not, but still, it's good news, I think, isn't it? Personally, I think it's a really good news for us, and for other people as well. And Rome wasn't built in a day. It certainly wasn't. So we've got lots of good stuff. Next week we've got obviously after today we then crack on straight away to the Arsenal game on Sunday. After that, we've then got a few days rest, and then we've got Ghent at home at London Stadium next Thursday. Then we've got Bournemouth away the following Saturday. Next Sunday rather. So a lot going on on the network as well. We'll have some announcements coming up next week, so keep an eye on that as well. It will pay to be a subscriber, member in the next couple of months. That's for sure. We've got some good prizes for our members. We do that every month. You can hit the join button down there. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. We're on the road to 20,000 subscribers. We've got some great guests coming up soon. As per usual, Rusty's little black book has been opened up. Got a few celebrity guests coming up soon, and a few ex-pros as well, ex-hammers as well. So some really interesting games. Really interesting interviews coming up very, very soon. And obviously, we'll have the run-up to the FA Youth Cup final as well. Obviously, the tickets have gone on sale. I think it's Tuesday, the 25th of April at the Emirates. So keep an eye on that as well. Speaking of that, we've only got my nemesis, my rival, my friend, my peer, the Arsenal Matchday DJ in the chat, Peter on poll. And Peter will be very excited for one of my guests I've got coming on very, very soon, because Peter does a cracking F1 channel and he loves his Formula One. And we've got a Formula One personality coming on the channel in a couple of weeks' time to do an interview. Big West Ham fan as well. So it'll be good. And obviously, Peter, he spins the tunes at the Emirates where I do it at London Stadium. So, woo-woo. Indeed. Sort of two worlds collide. My love of F1 and also the fact that he's a West Ham fan helps. You have to keep an eye out. It's a good one. It's a good one. Nice guy as well. The match won't be streamed here, but you can listen to me talk about it, which is what I always do. So you can feel free to do that. Pete, give it a shout out. What's the F1 channel? Pete, is it the? It's the not McLaren. Yes, McLaren fan channel, indeed. Pete's going to be at London Stadium on Sunday because obviously we play the Arsenal on Sunday. I hope to get to the final, mate. I hope to get to the final on Tuesday the 25th at your gaff in 12 days' time. Should be a good one. Should be a great game, actually. And Pete's going to be at the Emirates. He's going to be at London Stadium on Sunday. Yeah. Any requests? Anyway, I'll play some wrestling tunes just for Pete. Pete loves the rest. Likes the wrestling as well, like me. It's Pete, McLaren Fan TV. That's the one. That's a good one. And Pete on Pole does all he does. So Pete on Pole is his own channel, but he does McLaren Fan TV with his mates, don't you? And that's really good. It's really good and it's really fun. And and obviously he reviews like all the Netflix stuff as well as obviously all the races and everything else. To keep an eye on that. Pete should get 1-0 to Cotley Boys, ready for Sunday. Indeed. Pete, are you going to choke? That's the question I think everyone's asking who's not there. Or it's all the love, mate. We're all love here. It's the Europa Conference League quarterfinals. That's why we're all happy. We could get some silverware for the first time ever for about 40 years, not including the Intertoto Cup. And obviously, if we win a European trophy, that's the first time since the mid-60s we've won a European trophy, which is mental. And again, I'm not counting the Intertoto Cup, although this is sort of the equivalent. But yeah, statistics, damn statistics. Friday's no. Do you know what I don't like? Christian Horner. Don't like it. Still in our hands, but hey, it's City. It certainly is. They won't choke against us. Well, NWA, please, you don't know which one's going to turn up. You don't know which West Ham side is going to turn up. And as I said, a good result here could really help boost, just a bit of morale, really. Particularly coming to the tail end of the season. Also, we've got a lot of players out of contract as well. And obviously, we haven't had any decisions made on some of their... apparently they are asking for contract extensions. And obviously, West Ham are going, not quite yet. Because we don't know what league we're going to be in just yet. So we're not going to do it until we know what league we're going to be in terms of whether we offer you a new contract. The likes of Ogbonna, Fabianski, you've got Soufal, Cresswell, guys have been around for a while now, and they haven't been offered a new contract, a new deal just yet. But obviously, two more wins 2 more wins should do it for us, shouldn't it? In terms of 36 points. Looking at the league, I'd say 36 is probably about right in terms of 36 in terms of staying up. Shouldn't be a problem. Shouldn't be a problem, should it? Simples shouldn't be a problem. What we got here, 4-1 Arsenal's top 16. Of course, we know what team turns up. Away from home, particularly. At home's different. It can be different. Leicester's first game on the Dean Smith might get an upset. Indeed. But aren't they? Yeah, they're playing Man City, though, aren't they? Yeah, that was a strange appointment, wasn't it? I mean, and also John Terry going back as well. Not necessarily, he was potentially going back with Frank at Chelsea. That's worked out well, isn't it? Might as well just save the money, really. But apparently that was all down to James Corden as well, because James Corden is apparently really good mates with Todd, with the owner of Chelsea, and suggested Frank goes back. He gets Frank back at Chelsea. Don't bring him anywhere near our club, please, Mr. Corden. Don't come around here. But yeah, crazy, isn't it? Crazy how it all just. But Dean Smith's a very strange one for me. He's did okay at Villa, but then sort of didn't he do the same thing in Norwich? Didn't he take over at Norwich just before they started going, like when they were literally going to be going down, and he went on. And then he basically, the idea was he would be the manager to take him back up, and it didn't work out. But very, very strange. Yes, James Corden apparently. Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard that he told Todd to bring back Frank. Well, I suppose the guy in charge at the moment, the guy who was in charge, obviously was Potter's number 2, wasn't it? Told what's his face, former player, and he admitted in the press conference that he'd never actually picked a side ever, so it's like lesser of two evils. Very strange indeed. Quality of photo Frank would do a lot better. He's a West Ham fan, Metal James is, as well as his executive producer James Longman, who used to be the podcast on These on Brown with Bianca and Chris. We've had him on the channel actually. James, go back and check out. We've had an interview with him. Top man James is over in Hollywood. Miles's in the house. Yes, Milesy. I take it you're not in Belgium. But Miles has gone for 3-1. West Ham win. Ings, Bowen, and Lanzini. Penn. Hope you're good. I'm very good, mate. Hope you're well. Something about the European games gets me really excited. I get really excited for the European games. Someone said, I think it was NWO a bit further up, or someone else, that it's a distraction. And it is a distraction. It's a welcome distraction from the just all the crap with West Ham, isn't it? It's nice to actually have a bit of a break. And it is a bit of a, you sort of decompress a little bit. The only thing that worries me sometimes is that, is when it gets taken too serious, because obviously we're in the quarterfinals now. In essence, we win 1, 2, 3, 4. We win 5 games and we're in Europe again next season. So there will be a point in time where the likes of Lanzini won't be picked because they want to win that. They want to win that. I mean, not they want to win it, but they want to put the first team out. And actually, I think as soon as we get this 36-point level, then I think you'll see the emphasis definitely changed. At the moment, Moyes has been saying, "Oh, it's a nice to have. We're getting there." And now it's like, "Oh, well, I want to get through to the semis now." Every so often, it's getting a little bit more. The dial's been turned up a little bit more. There'll be more and more pressure. Now, obviously, we don't know what's going to happen in the summer. We've got a clue what's going to happen in the summer in terms of the manager. But if Mr. Moyes keeps us up and also wins a trophy, that's a great. It goes down on his CV as the first manager since the mid '60s at West Ham to have won a West Ham European trophy, not including the Inter Cup. Obviously, the first guy since the 1980s, since 1980, to actually have won any sort of trophy at West Ham, and then off he goes into the sunset, maybe to retire. I don't know, but that to me would be I think a perfect scenario for a lot of fans by the sounds of it. I don't think ever getting someone in now makes a difference. In all honesty, although even if you look at the bounce, all you need is a 2-game bounce really, and 2 out of 9 games now. That's what we need to obviously progress and make sure we're in the into the Premier League next year. So we shall see. Right, what we got? European nights, best buzzing for next week. Now, what I like about obviously we're playing a second tie at home, which makes a massive difference because we know what we've got to do. So there will be a good crowd. I mean, the Larnaca game is exactly the same. Obviously, the game was dead and buried really by the time we played them. So the second leg, so the crowd went up there. It's Larnaca. I think it's a bit different with Ghent. They're a step above. Definitely a step up in terms of opposition compared to Larnaca, and obviously the prospect of then getting into the semi-finals is fantastic. And then we can, but then obviously, unfortunately, the semi-final we get the first tie at home, and so out of those 3 ties, if you look at like Sevilla, Lyon, and you look at Eintracht Frankfurt, arguably the best London Stadium atmosphere was the Sevilla game because we knew what we could do. We knew what we had to do to win. The Lyon game and the Eintracht Frankfurt, it's almost half time. So, like, you get excited, you're buzzing for it, but you can't really go too crazy because, there's another 90 minutes in our minds. So, yeah. Pete loves European night. You haven't had one for a while, mate, innit? So, good luck to you. Euros, you've got to see our best players get a run out. Lanzini. I mean, Lanzini's played every game, isn't he? Every game. He started every game in the European competition this year, which is amazing. I think for him, this suits him. It suits his style in terms of football. Definitely, I think there's definitely a slower pace, and so I think for Lanzini, it's perfect for him. These games, absolutely perfect for him, and so it doesn't surprise me when you see him play at these games and he plays really well because it's a slower pace of game. He can really impose himself a lot more, and I don't think you'll be seeing him much in the Premier League in the next 9 games, and that'll probably be it, I reckon, for him and West Ham. Why our form from Europe cannot reflect on the Premier League? Different game, different side, Frano, as well. I mean, where last year, don't forget, we had lots of. Well, we had a smaller squad, so the people that played in the Europa League, most of them were playing on the Sunday as well. So they were, and actually it kept that momentum going until probably towards the end of the season we got a bit tired. Where here you've almost got 2 separate sides, so you're not really getting that momentum as much. Bring Nagelsmann in terms of the next manager. I don't think we'll get him. I think it's going to be a bit of a bum fight for managers in the summer. I think the likes of Spurs, Chelsea, us. I think potentially, plus whoever there'll be 1 or 2 more changes as well. There always are in the summer, and there's some good managers out there. There are some good managers out there, and there'll be some ones who aren't available and some who are available. So the likes of Carrick, Will Steele, potentially, I think not. I don't think Will's just right for us just yet. Arnie Slot, the likes of where's Poch going to go? You've still got Diego Simeone, who was leaving Atletico Madrid. He'll want to go somewhere. You've got the likes of Potter. You've got the likes of Rodgers. So there's going to be a lot of. It's going to be a domino effect, I think, happening very soon or in the summer, in my opinion. Downs is going to be key for us. Love him. Yep, great to see a West Ham lad in there as well, isn't it? We love the West Ham lad. And obviously, with Noble going, he's the one who takes the mantle. And, potentially he could be playing a lot for us next year, isn't it? If we're led to be believed and Mr. Rice is off in the summer, then someone like Flynn will be a key player, I think, for us next season. He plays very much like Declan Rice does, particularly in the early stages when he was more of a CDM role. But I think he's got a bit more about him in terms of, he's only a week younger than Decky, so he's not a lad anymore now. He's a developed player, but I just think there's a bit more not technical ability, but I think he offers. I don't think you'd lose, particularly if Rice playing this more sort of restricted role at the moment. I don't think you'd see as much of a step change as when he was the gallivanting CDM, you know, box to box, that type of thing. That's not Flynn, what Flynn offers. So I think in that respect you don't. And if it means you can trade up and buy some players in, then it's going to be an interesting summer. Let's just say that. Russ, have you put money in Moyes actually winning a trophy? Nope. But I just me. Down to the bright future when deck goes, more like when rather than if. Need to target more than 36 stat. I don't think we do, Pete. I generally don't think we do. I think 2 wins will be enough. I think 36 will, based on how tight this season is, I think 36 will keep you up. And obviously as much as you can, we've got 9 games left, so we'll see. Don't forget Brentford, our bogey team. Indeed. Arsenal, Liverpool, and our game in hand is Man City. It certainly is. But maybe Man City's tied up the league by then, or Arsenal's tied up the league by then. Maybe. Liverpool, I'm not fussed. Liverpool's not, they're not the side they were. Arsenal's the one that worries me. But then that could be almost seen as a free hit. The Bournemouth game, we've got Leeds, we've got Leicester. We've got some sides around us that we need to get points off. And particularly, I mean, Leeds at home, I know we played them, didn't we, last year, within a week of each other, and we won one and lost one. But I think Leeds, I think we'll be all right. I'm not really worried about them. Anthony has not been used properly by Moyes. No, I don't think so. No, I just think he doesn't fit into the system Moyes plays really in the Premier League. He's a good player. He's a great player. I think in the European competitions, he's brilliant. But I think when it comes to things like, when it comes to the Premier League, there's so much physicality, which he hasn't got anymore. If reports are meant to be believed, Lanzini will be going back to Argentina, probably back to River Plate in the summer. And with our wishes, I think, you come to a point where you've got to move on and bring in players, not for a nostalgic reason, and not make them play for a nostalgic reason. And I think Lanzini, I mean, when he hit the scene, him and Payet were just phenomenal. I mean, I remember talking to one of the video guys, and they would video, obviously, them taking the free kicks. And Lanzini had a better success hitting free kicks than Payet did. It didn't translate onto the pitch. Then he got an injury, and when he came back, we were like, oh, here's our rough diamond. Here's the guy who's going to help us. But I think he plays better when he plays with technical players with him, rather than being the gem, the diamond, the rough diamond. And a couple of times he's come back and he's been the only skillful player we've had, really. He's come back now, and you've got the likes of Paqueta. He's not the top dog anymore now. You've got Ben Rama. You've got Corner. You've got some really technically gifted players. And I think he does play better because of that. But anyway, I want Roy Keane to come and shout anyone. I want Roy Kent from Ted Lasso. She's in the house. Bloody hell. Jesus. We are honoured, my liege. Congratulations. Welcome, mate. Shout out everyone for what reason you can't blame the players for Moyes' bad tactics. Epic, yeah, but I think the players got to take some stuff for that as well. Moyes has not said, right, okay, you missed every goal. You got 10 goals and 10 assists last season. Double figures in both. Bowen, just don't do it this season. Just don't play well. So there's definitely a mixture. How much can we get for Rice? How much can we get? How much do you want? How much are you going to spend for Rice? Well, you're looking at knocking on 100 million, I reckon. 80 to 90, sure. Downsy's better prospects than Deck. The money could get Conor Gallagher and James Ward-Prowse. I'm going to do a thing actually, Milesy, about that soon, in terms of looking about who could be Deck's replacement. Because Milinkovic-Savic we've been linked with. He enters his last year of his contract. So that could be a good one. You've got the likes of, as you said, Conor Gallagher, Ward-Prowse. I don't really want Calvin Phillips. You've got the likes of Scott McTominay as well. Man United could do a job. You've got the likes of Klepam Thuram from Nice. There's loads. Ings will get bullied by their centre back. Yes, that's what worries me today. I pointed Antonio. They've got some big boy centre backs, and that's why I was worried. I really wanted them to go with Antonio. And you know me, I'm not a massive Antonio fan. Take him under 20 million, Pete. Bargain, absolute bargain. I watched Ted Lasso based on your praise. First episode, okay, but it looks good. Stick with it. Stick with it, NWO. Mrs. Budden. I put Mrs. Budden in front of the telly the other day and made her watch Ted Lasso, the first episode, and literally she watched the whole, like the first 2 seasons, and up to, even more so that yesterday, it comes out on a Wednesday, she'd already watched the latest episode without me being there. Unbelievable. How are you, Iron? Says Andy. And Dan says, afternoon all. I hope you are all safe and well. We are not far away from kickoff. It's going to be, I'm looking forward to this. I am looking forward to this today. Not long till kickoff. Let me just do that and do that. Oh, no, it hasn't started yet. No, it started yet, Russ. Jesus, Russ. God, jumping the gun there, son. Jumping the gun there. I tell you, we've seen them all. Faux Sheezy's just floored me turning up. That's to tell Anton. Anton had to go to the dentist today. Poor guy. So he's got a bit of numbing thing. So he's got numbing. So he's talking like that at the moment. Although he may well be back for the review show at the end. We shall see. But just waiting for the game to get ready. Waiting for my feed to work as well. It'll be nice. Dale in the chat, what do you think the score's going to be? We've had lots of 2-1s, 4-0s, 5-0s. I don't know. I'm going to go with, I think it's going to be a close game. I'm going to go with a 2-1 or 3-1. Yeah. Yeah, it'd be quite funny, actually. No, he's not, actually, unfortunately, Anton. He's not a part. He will not be here today, unfortunately. Let me just, so we've got 3 minutes until kickoff. Right, you're off. Okay, fair enough. 1-1. Will Moyes attack the ball boy again? Will he learn his lesson? That's the question. Will he learn his lesson? Probably not. Probably not. Let me just get my feed ready, and then we can get ready. We can get ready. Let's get the old. Let's see some crowd noise. Let's get some crowd noise going. We get some crowd noise going, and hopefully Moisey will not attack the. They've got these big tifos there. That's what they call it, the tifos. They've got all them going, so that's good. We are in the fire kit. Oh, let's turn it down. There we go. We are in the fire kit. Let me get all my bits and bobs ready. Come on, the tangerines. super tangerines. Super tangerines. Oh, my bloody internet stops working. Of course it does. Just about something to do to kick off. Anywho, it doesn't matter. God. Why is it always when you're just about to start? 2-0 Ghent. We are poor, says Stephen. Ever the optimist. That's what I like, man. I do like the manager's hair of Ghent. He's got a lovely head of hair. Looks like it. He looks like his hair looks like it's like a Lego hair. You know, like sort of like just flat. And he's a big lad. Just like me. God bless him. They're just doing their little handshaky things as per usual. And then we'll start. Was the ball boy a patriot of Claret Blue? Yeah, the ball boy is actually Nick Killington. That's what happened. And that's why he kicked him as Moyes' favourite fan. So, I mean, BT Sport have got it totally wrong. They've said it's 4 at the back. But I think for Ghent, they've got 3 at the back. Stick to football. Yeah. Well, I haven't got any air, so that narrows that down, doesn't it? Chris Lott's gone for a 3-1. Nice. Yeah, nice stadium. John's gone for a 3-1 as well. I'll take that. Take that all day in the bag of Sundays. But yes, we're just about getting close to kickoff. They've got Hugo Kloopers, who's their top man. 26 goals this season, I think he scored. Then you've got Auburn as well, who's scored 14 in 12 up front as well. So they've got some really yeah, they've got some firepower. Ghent have, so they're just doing the old what's it called, coin toss, the little hand slaps. They've exchanged. See, BT Sport have gone for 4-4-2 for West Ham, but it's not 4-4-2. You've been out in the sun today? No, I haven't. I've been working, mate. Working. Mrs. Budden and Flora they've been out and about as per usual, but I've been working, unfortunately. Pete's gone for 3-1. I'm very well. Hope you are too. I'll take winning the cup undefeated on the way. No one can beat that record. Totally right, man. Totally right. Or even just winning every game. Could you imagine? That'd be mental. As you said, we are in the fire kit. Fire. Send you ever. Oh, there's some smiley faces. Good to see. Good to see. Flynn Downs, nice little smile, and just about to kick off. And looks full up. Stadium looks full. Good to see. I think it's about 1,000. Isn't it filling up? We're filling up a little bit. And we're just about to kick off. And we're kicking off. And we're off. And we are off. So West Ham, definitely 3 at the back. They set up with 3 at the back. That's for sure. West Ham have. And so have Ghent by the looks of it as well. Straight out for a West Ham throw on straight away on the right-hand side. I think it came off Auburn. Thanks, Michael. Take care, man. Enjoy the game. So West Ham have got throw on. Vladimir Sufal taking this. Are we going to actually keep the ball? Are we going to lose it? A long throw, and obviously we lost it, but it's gone straight out for another throw on. They tried to do a long one, clever one to Jared Bowen, but it didn't work as per usual. Sufal again. He's got the ball. He's gonna dinks it, throws it to Bowen, who little dink back inside to Lanzini, little 1-2, and out for a West Ham. No, for a goal kick, for a Ghent goal kick. Oh well, there we go. There's our attacking prowess there. Little 1-2, trying to get Lanzini on the ball early doors, and goes out for a goal kick. Goal kick's been taken, a long goal kick out to the right, left. He's right outside, been intercepted by Emerson. Little flick back. He's lost the possession to their centre back, who's turned lovely and boots it down the line. Returned back by West Ham. Lanzini, little dink over the top. Lanzini is definitely playing more as an attacking player, that's for sure. I think the formation is a 5-3-1-1. I think I think it's a 5-3-2-1. I think Lanzini and Bowen. It's a West Ham free kick. Now fall back and defend. You've done our attacking free kick. Emerson looks like it's going to take it on the left hand side, about 35 yards out, but right on the side. Got everyone seems lined up just outside the box. He's taking the ball in. Oh, the defender took a touch on that, and it goes out for a West Ham. Or is it a Ghent from West Ham from? Just over 2 minutes played so far. You can see we've got the big clock. Pete, was it you who asked for the big clock? We've got the big clock just for you. 2-0 to the Hammers, says football for life. It'd be nice. Balls into the box. Dealt with quite easily by the Ghent defenders. Pinged back in by Emerson. And it looks like it's going to go out for another West Ham throw on. So a little bit of pressure. It's nice to see. Let's keep it. We need to score that. It's the trouble. It's all right having the pressure, but too often not. Long throw in by Vladimir Sufal into the box. And, unlucky. Ings should have done better there, I think. Ings should have done a lot better. And they've still got the ball. And then Ghent have cleared. Long throw in by Sufal. Wasn't really dealt with by the defenders. And I think, to be honest, Ings should have done a lot better there. Relatively central in goal, but went wide. West Ham got the ball now around the back of our back three. Ariola's got it out wide to Sufal, who does well to keep that ball in. Does very well to keep that ball in with a little touch on the head. Nice first touch. Gives it to Flynn Downs. Flynn Downs looks up back to Ben Johnson now. Back to Flynn Downs, who's dropped into more of a defensive midfielder role. Back to Ogbonna, who then plays it square to Neafagerd, back in the side. Out to Emerson, back in the side as well. Nice little flick back by Ings. Didn't really do anything. And now Ghent's defence have got it now. So superstar Rajesh, come on you irons. Come on you irons indeed, superstar. Ghent try a ball forward, but it goes straight out. It goes straight into Areola's hands. Well, it's we're 4 minutes in, and yeah, most of it's been there a half, to be honest. Now we're standing on the attack. Ben Johnson's got the ball, gets dispossessed, out for a West Ham throw on. Evening, Alan. Lights up. Proves to me. Moyes is trying to win a trophy before he retires. I agree, and I think you're right, Alan. Ball out. Cross inside, cross by Bowen, out for a Ghent throw on. Goal kick. Alan, I think you're totally right. I think Moyes will go off into the sunset in the summer. Personally, just my opinion. Anyway, cards 5 minutes gone. We are still 0-0 with both sides, and no real clear-cut chances. Ings had a half chance, I think. Should have done a lot better. It's offside. Get her offside. What are our subs? We have on the bench. Oh, I can't bring it up now. But, oh God, that sounds like my voice is just broken. On the bench, we have all the usual suspects. We've got Fabianski, Joseph, and Nang. We've got Cresswell. We've got Mbama. We've got Cornet. All those types of players. You know, there's no real surprises on the bench, to be honest. Obviously, no Skarmaka. Have you not got ice? Yeah. Look. You can't see loads of ice, but it's melted. That's what happens with ice, Pete. Jazz, nice to see you. My prediction is 3-1. Bowen scores 1 and Ian scores 2. It'd be great to see. There's a lot of play in the middle at the moment. West Ham out on the right hand side. Bowen's got the ball. He's turning. He's got Vladimir on the overlap. Vladimir's got the ball. He's inside the box. Brings it across. No one there. Great ball across for someone running in, but no one was running in. They'd already run past him. But that was encouraging. Nice to see a bit of work down the right hand side between Bowen and Sufa. I think Bowen plays better when Vladimir's there behind him. I think they have an understanding which they've had for the last couple of years now. So we definitely are dominating possession. That's for sure. Let me bring up. Let's keep because you guys like stats like me, so we'll keep those stats. Sean Gifford reckons West Ham are going to win. Joshua, hope you well. I put 20 quid on West Ham to win and Ben Rama to score. Well, he's on the bench, so hopefully he'll come on. In the other early kickoff, it's in the Europa League. It's final 0, Roma 0. 2 potential West Ham managers face off against each other in Arne Slot from Feyenoord and Jose Mourinho, wasn't it? Currently 65% possession, West Ham, and 35% Ghent. Ghent have had a couple of fouls. We've managed to put 31 passes together already. 43 passes, sorry. It changes quite often. It's gone. So 43 minutes in 7 minutes, 43 passes. Not too shabby. Although pass accuracy doesn't look 100%. No. Ben Rama is on the bench, Joshua. So he could come in. Again, they've got the ball. They've got the right side. Is that Hoopers? He's on his own. He's just been marshalled out of the box by Ben Johnson. It's gone out to their number 19. I don't know the players. I think that was Hong. Ball in. Dealt with by Neafagerd. Out for a Ghent corner. Ball went wide. Ball came in and then zoomed across. So out for a Ghent corner. Dealt with by... He does that a lot, doesn't he, Naif? The old back header. Don't know if I like that. Naif, I'll be honest, mate. Football for Life saying 2-0. Bowen scores 1 and Ing scores 1. That'd be nice. So it's a Ghent corner. Being taken on their right-hand side. Been taken by Coombs, the captain. Dealt with front post. Falls. Gets blocked on the shot. and out for a corner. Out for a throw, rather. Football for Life. I'm new, so I don't know what is your favourite West Ham player. Football for Life. Do you mean all time or do you mean current West Ham players in terms of in the squad? Let me know and I'll give you my favourites. Scott McKnight score prediction against Arsenal. I think we do well to get. I fancy draw on Sunday. But then that's just me. I'm Mr. Positive. Current favourite player, it's got to be probably Declan Rice, obviously. Although I'm a fan of Cornet. I think he's got a lot of potential when he actually plays. And I quite like Emerson. I think Emerson, out of all of our summer signings, has been the easiest to transition into the West Ham side. Ghent have got a corner. They played a little short corner. It's gone back to their number 17. It's gone back into their midfield. Tried to drill a shot from about 40 yards straight into Ariola's hands. It was a shot, wasn't it? Yeah, he tried to shoot. Yeah, that was by Desart. Desart took the shot, went straight into his Ariola's hands. A bit of a grass cutter, a pea roller, for those who remember those types of shots. So it's currently for what's Martin sent me. Martin sent me something stupid, and now I've looked at it, and now I'm not back in the thing. Oh, I don't know. Again, I've got the ball out to the wide side, and out for a goal kick. That was Auburn, the young lad. So he's a danger man. Hugo Klupper scores all the goals as 26 goals this season, but someone like Auburn, he's the one who's is a future star. You know, they picked up from the Norwegian side, I think, and so Norwegian. Martin's out there. He's sending me pictures. They've got the ball in the midfield, West Ham, and been taken dispossessed. Out for a West Ham throw on midway into our box. Vladimir Sufa will be taking this, probably throw him down the line. That's all we seem to bloody do for France. No, he's played it across to Declan Rice, and then Sufa hoofs it and it misses it. So rather than miss it and lose it directly from the throw on, he did it afterwards. There we go. Out for another West Ham throw. Still on the right hand side. No, sorry, it's Ghent throw. My apologies. Where did they lose the ball on their throw-ons? Yes, they do as well. Then they won it back and hoofed it to their right-hand side, and they're making a counter-attack on their right-hand side, our left-hand side, by the centre-back. They're playing it around the middle for a minute. They've gone back to their centre spot. Defenders, the three centre-backs, are just playing it around. Not much happening. They try to dink a little ball over the top, which Oggy will marshal out for West Ham. Goal kick. 12 minutes gone. West Ham 0 or Ghent 0. West Ham 0. Currently, the possession has changed a little bit. Where's my stats? 52% possession for. No, it's quite interesting. Oggy's taking the goal kick. What was the point of that? Okay, that was a bit strange. What we got? The only way to Essex back on it with the West Ham network. Come on, you Irons, Lee. Hope you're well, Lee. Nice to see you, man. Ghent have got the ball from that goal kick, and they sort of bit of head tennis. Someone needs to get that ball. Oh, poor defending there. And gone out for a cheap corner, as Dan says. Ariola not quicker with. That's what I say about Ariola. He don't command his box like someone who's 6'5" should do. He should have been all over that. He should be shouting the hell out of that, his defenders. Very poor. Very poor, very poor. So it's a corner to Ghent. And so we'll see how that one pans out. Oh, good. It was a good header. And it was just wide. I think Dan, Football for Life, I think Dan's a couple of seconds ahead of me. That's why. But we're that's why I put my thing there, so you got a rough idea of what we're on. 13 minutes, 13 and a half minutes, there or thereabouts. West Ham nil, Ghent nil, West Ham nil. Probably that was a clearish chance for them, I'd say. We've had one decent chance each. Ings right at the beginning of the half should have done better there, and I think their centre back should have done better there for that header. Now Lanzini's got the ball in midfield, dodges one player, passes it out to Emerson. Emerson then passes it back to Lanzini, who then passes it back to Emerson, who then passes it back to Declan Rice, who then passes it back to Neff again, back into our half, then back to Rice, then back to Neff. A little bit of passing there, get those stats up. And then it's been spread out wide to Ben Johnson, who's taking it down the right-hand side. Little ball into very heavy touch there from Bowen, but he manages to recover that. Back to Johnson, who decides to bring it forward, which is nice for a change rather than pass it. Lanzini getting a ball again, which is great. And then Declan Rice has got the ball just outside the box. He thinks it over, and Declan Rice is what he usually does, takes the ball, and what he likes to do, doesn't he? It's almost like he crosses it diagonally, Bowen in the far post. A little bit too high for him. It literally was about too high for him. You can just see it agonizingly close. But, gets a little clap from Bowen. Jazz call Jack. Do you think Fornals should get more playing time? Yes, I do. Definitely. Goal kick from Ghent. A little bit of passing about. Lose the ball. West Ham with the ball again. Emerson, little dink down the line. Intercepted by their centre-back. Not a great ball. Ings got himself in a good position there, but wasn't well delivered. Now Ghent are on the attack. Flynn Downs very well getting back. Wins the ball. No, it was given as a foul, unbelievably. Now, Flynn is one of the only guys who could lose, I believe. It was a great tackle, indeed. It gives a yellow card. I think Flynn and Bonner are both on yellow cards. If they get one more yellow card, I think then they're banned for the next game in the Europa Conference League. I think after the quarters they get taken off. I think. But don't quote me on that. Yeah, he won that ball well. I think it was good. That wasn't a foul at all. And now again, I've got a free kick about 35 yards out. Auburn's lining up to take it. Their wonder kid. The ref gets his shaving foam out to put a line down there. Oh, sorry, Downs has already served his mention. Sorry. Yes, you're right. For the last game, wasn't it? You're right. It's only a Bonner then. Yeah, totally. Totally right. Auburn with the free kick straight into the wall. Electric Blue Tiger says, come on, you irons. Come on, you irons indeed. If you're new around here, a few new names, don't forget to give it a subscribe. We do loads of stuff. We do watch along, really good interviews. We do a lot of our thing is about player interviews. We have over 100 ex-players on the channel. And we've got a few more lined up, as well as celebrity fans coming up. And some new announcements about the channel. We've got a new presenter, full-time presenter joining us. And also we're rejigging the membership program to give our members, like Howard, a lot more value for money, basically. That's all coming out very, very soon. They just showed a replay of that free kick, and it looked like he hit O'Connor's. He jumps up and he hits his arm. It's not intentional, but I've seen him give them. West Ham got the ball in midfield. Ben Johnson's got the ball. Obviously, hits it and loses it straight away, but we managed to win it back. And then out to Bone on the right hand side. Lot of stuff down the right hand side, isn't it? As per usual, we do tend to do that quite a bit. Then we've got it back to Agbonna, and then Agbonna goes out wide back to Ben Johnson, who turns and gives it to Lanzini. Lanzini finding nice little pockets of space here. It really is. He's seeing a lot of ball, which is great. He's got the ball back again, in the midfield. He looks like he's been given a free roll today. He's dotting about everywhere, which is quite nice. He's sort of moving back into the midfield. Intercepted by, wins it back. Lanzini, nice little ball back to Bowen. Little jink back to Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson out to the right hand side to Vladimir Sufal, who then starts running. Poor ball into midfield, and he gets intercepted by the Ghent midfielder. Straight out to the right hand side for Ghent. Oggy has basically manhandled him completely and gets a free kick from Orfulburn just inside the Ghent box. My pleasure, Howard. I want to get, obviously, as a member, you get entered into all of our. So every month we do a draw to win some memorabilia, some fans. We got a couple of good ones lined up for April and for May and June. So we're doing that. So it might pay to become a member. To be honest, it's like a raffle ticket, but we'll be providing you guys a lot more exclusive content coming up. Oh, ball comes in the middle. Bonner calls it out for a Ghent corner. So yeah, there'll be a lot more content, but we'll talk all about that next week. Once again, the all this out the way. Then we'll talk about that. So Oggy knocks out to 4-8 Ghent corner. That's their 4th or 5th corner, I think, so far in 20 minutes. The Coombs is taking the corner in swinger. Defended straight out. Then they put the ball on the right hand side. Looks like they're going to drill that back in. And it took a deflection. So it going out for another West Ham, another Ghent corner. Manuel Lanes Martins. Hello from Brazil. Hola. Is that well, that's Spanish. What's Portuguese for hello? I don't know. It's probably a similar thing. So Ghent have got the corner on the other side now. They've drilled that one in, very poor. I don't know, something a bit different, but they've drilled that in, literally knee high. Very, very poor corner there. They've still got the ball, and they've good pressing by West Ham all the way back to the goalkeeper, and the goalkeeper takes a touch and then does a big corner, big goal kick. Vlad intercepts that and gets the ball, carries on running, and there's a little break there. West Ham making a move. Vlad's got the ball. Crosses it into the middle. Oh, unlucky. Vlad sort of dinks it into the middle, and unfortunately, I think it's Lanzini just couldn't get the end of it. Was it Lanzini? I think so. Was it? Yeah. Was it Bowen? I think it's Bowen. It was Bowen. Yeah, just couldn't get there. Enough. In the 6-yard box. But yeah, I think a little bit quicker might have got more joy out of that. Getting on the attack and a very poor ball. Very poor, very poor. Superstar Rajesh says our players have no desire, no urgency or oomph. What is going on? It's cagey. I think it's cagey for both sides, in my opinion. Both sides look a little bit nervous, to overcommit, maybe, knowing what both sides. We have the people to punish them, and so do they really, particularly. I just think it's ball came across, but their defender did well, but we won the ball back. Well played. Was that Owen? Was it? Oh, Hong's down. In downs. I think that was again a bit unlucky. You'll bring it told off a little bit. And looks like Downs is going to get booked for that challenge. A little bit harsh, I'd say, on that one. I think that anyone that wins the ball. That's a harsh one, I think. He actually wins the ball, and it was actually his trailing knee, which was bent up because he was doing like one leg like that, and this knee hits the player and he gets the yellow card. Strange one, very strange one. But yeah. Maxu is from France. Bonjour, ça va? We've got France, we've got Brazil. Nice to see the people from all over the place. Football for Life agrees that is I think it's a harsh decision. Donc je venais de Marseille. Ah oui, mais Dimitri Payet. Very good. Hope the weather's nice in Marseille at the moment. It's not bad at all. Church in Essex at the moment, I'll be honest. Not too bad. Right. So it goes out to good save. There we go. Good save. Just there was it Desart. Desart takes the ball just outside the box, and a lame shot, a grass cutter straight into Arella's hand. To be honest, 23 minutes gone. It's 0-0, obviously, hence the scoreboard. And let us know what you think about all this. You know, we keep changing. We want to get as much data and information here. So, you know, the team sheets and the scores. And if you don't like it, let us know. If you think it's distracting, let us know. But we are trying to do. We are trying to sort of improve, push the envelope a little bit in terms of that. West Ham have got the ball on the attack. It goes out wide. Soufal jinks inside. Soufal's inside the box. Drills the ball, but hits the first man. Velipur literally hits the first man. And for West Ham, throw on. Ball into the middle. Lanzini bounces off Bowen, basically, the ball does. And Lanzini has the ball back. He goes out wide. Goes back to Igbona to keep the ball. And then across to again. He'll probably play it across. No, he won't. Lanzini back to Igbona. Igbona takes the ball back to Ben Johnson. Little dink inside, little 1-2. Well, Bowen does. Suffolk did well to keep it in, but too much on it for Bowen to chase onto. Loving it. Love it. Good to see, Howard. Good to see. I'm glad you're loving it, my friend. Loving it like this. I'm a fan of the best team, Brazil, Fluminense. Very good. Bueno. Nice to see. Ghent got the ball in the middle. Good tackle. Good interception by Ben Johnson. His ball back. Declan Rice split out to Emerson. Little turns round and then little dink forward to Bowen. That was telegraphed, but he managed to get something on there. And then Ben Johnson, nice ball down the line to Bowen. Bowen inside. It's just outside the box. Out for a West Ham court? No, out for a goal kick. Nice try. Nice try. Brian from Birmingham likes the lineup, time, etc. being on the screen. Good. I like it being on the screen too. Saves people saying, what minute are you up to? It tells you there. Oh, yeah. I do like doing this. Yeah, that could have been a lot better. Brian should have done a lot better, I think. To be honest with that, to be fair, a lot better. But to no avail. It looks like one of the Ghent players is a little bit injured. Looks like he's down for a bit. No one's bothered turning up to see if he's all right. What, we're playing 5 at the back? It is. We are playing 5 at the back, it looks like, with Ben Johnson, the 3 being Ogbonna again. And Johnson, I like that as a 3. I think it's a good 3. And then you've got Emerson, left wing back, and then Soufal, right wing back. So, yes. Looks like Ghent might be making a little subby sub in a minute. Looks like it. Moyes just talking to the team. No one's looking at him. Love it. So funny. The envelope looks great on screen. Envelope? What's an envelope? Thanks for the info. I don't know what envelope means, but thank you. It's a compliment. I'll take it somewhere. I take it anyway. I'll take the compliment. If you are watching and you haven't, give it a cheeky like. Hit the like button while you're watching. There's nothing happening. The Ghent guy's getting a bit of attention, medical attention. So if you could, give it a like. It really helps the channel. Helps boost us forward. We're on the road to 20,000 subscribers. If you're new and you like what we do, keep subscribing. We've got loads of games coming up and all this type of stuff. Anyway, again, I've got sorted the bloke out. Looks like he's all sorted. We can crack on. Goalkeeper's about to take goal kick. This is to West Ham fans, absolutely brilliant support. Yep, as always. I think there's officially 1,200 people there. Oh, Bonner's taking a knock there. Went over the top. That looks a harsh one. That looks a bad one. Looks like it's done his shoulder in. That one looks like a shoulder to me. So we'll see what happens with that. He basically went over Orban and fell awkwardly on his shoulder. Yeah, that looks like a shoulder. I wouldn't be surprised if he dislocated it. If you name the 3 West Ham players that scored in the FA right, okay. They didn't score. 3 West Ham players didn't score in the final. 2 West Ham players scored in the final. In terms of Sir Jeff Hurst and Martin Peters. Bobby Moore was the captain. So there's the 3. So there are 3 players in the final. Only 2 of them scored. In terms of Jeff Hurst, scored 3. Scored a World Cup hat trick. The first for years. I think it's only just happened recently, wasn't it? That someone scored a hat trick. And Martin Peters. So that's it now. You have to give it a like and a follow. There you go. So they're attending to Bonner. He did get a perfect hat trick. They're attending to Bonner. Oh yeah, I mean he's come down. His arm's fallen. He's fallen onto his arm, and straight away he's gone like that. I've been through enough rugby matches and stuff. That looks like definitely some sort of he's either jarred it and a stinger they call it, or he's dislocated it. But we shall see. Well, there you go. You see, a deal is a deal. Thank you, Jazz. Cool, Jack. And as I said, if you are, there's a little join button there. If you want to become a channel member, support the channel that way. Be great. We're not relaunching it, but we're going to be dedicating a lot more content to our members in terms of members only stuff. So there's lots of stuff. Obviously, you entered into monthly draws as well for the memorabilia. We've got some good ones. I may even give you a little preview of one of the prizes for next week. I thought that's how you described the screenshot. Sorry, I misheard. I was trying to support you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, there's in the crowd. There's the Belgium manager, Dominic Tedesco, who we were linked with being West Ham manager. Is that blood coming from Oggie's mouth? Let's have a quick look. I was surprised if he's bit his tongue or something like that. I've seen a lot of good flags there at West Ham. A lot of good flags. Is Ben Ramonet says Joshua? No, your bet is still not valid, unfortunately. No, you won't be on. Won't be on to about 60 minutes. That tends to be what happens with West Ham, in all honesty. And we're back on. Looks like Oggy's going to be okay to play on. The ref hasn't waved him back on just yet. In terms of what happened to Oggy, he went up for a header, went over the top of Auburn and fell on his shoulder, I think he looked like. But he looks to be all right. Looks to be going back on. 31 minutes gone. So yeah, well, I think he looks okay. I mean, he's back on the field. It looks like we should be involved in Auburn's turning. Don't let him turn. Well done, Flynn. That's a great little tackle. Go on, Dan. Oh, poor ball by Danny. Over the top. And goes out for Ariana keeps it in play. Yeah, it wasn't nice football for life. It was, he definitely, yeah. You've seen him before when they go over and it just falls and he puts his hand out to stop it. And he's, yeah. 49% possession to Ghent, 51% to West Ham. We'll do all the thingy-jigs. We'll do all the stats and bits at half time. Have we actually got a foul? John Boyes is KA Ghent. KA Ghent, to be honest, John Boy. West Ham free kick about 40 yards out. Reasonably central. Looks like Vlad's going to take it, so good luck with that one. Yeah, looks like Vlad's going to take it. Let's see what happens with this one. He chips the ball in to no one. Goalkeeper claims it. Pretty easy, to be fair. Yeah, it was. I mean, he put it into somewhere where there was no West Ham players, and the goalkeeper's got it. He puts it out. Oggy gets a foul on Auburn. But Oggy, I reckon he's going to call him back. So it looks like Oggy's got a yellow card. That's him suspended for the next game. He reckons he's got his elbow. This ref is very, very card happy. That's for sure. Oh, he's straight back up. Auburn straight back up. It's a miracle. It is a miracle. He was rolling around, holding his ear, and then he gets the yellow card out, and then he's suspended for the next game. So Oggy won't play. He'll be unavailable for the return leg next Thursday. Not a bad thing. Gives potentially, obviously, Zuma can come in, Cresswell will come in on the left hand side of that back three, or even Louise Howe. If Louise Howe run out, or Casey. Anyway, the game is continued. Ball goes out. Ghent have got it on the right hand side, cut inside. They pass it back to can't remember who it is. Little Jenkins side. The ball's got it. Very poor first touch by Hugo. Hugo was in, I think. Then ball comes in, little ball into the middle. He takes his first touch, which was really heavy, and Ben Johnson manages to get away. Superstar Rajesh's stream is having technical issues. There we go. Oh well. Looks like another Ghent corner by can be taken by Coombs. Who's going to Coombs do a little shot to a little short one to Fofana. Let's wait and see what happens. Coming up to 35 minutes played. Let's have a look. See what happens here. Crossover. Oh, I'll tell you what. There, that was a decent chance for them. There is that Tarakowski. Is that Piatkowski? He comes in from the far post. Yeah, it was Piatkowski. I'm quite impressed. He comes unmarked, really, running to the box and had the jump on the guy playing at the back, defending at the back, and should have probably done better there, I think, to be honest. Anyway, Ghent are definitely getting more into this game now. Definitely, have definitely warmed up. That's for sure. I mean, they've had how many corners they've had? 6 corners this half already. We've had none. They've got the ball on the left hand side. Back to their centre backs. They go out to the right hand side. Being relatively chased down there. Back to the goalkeeper. Nathaniel has asked, unable to watch the match, what's your feeling so far? How has the team performed so far? Ghent are definitely warming up a lot more. We've had a couple. West Ham have had a couple of bookings. Downs has been booked. Bonner has been booked, so he misses the return leg on Thursday. We haven't really had anything in attacking sense. I'd say a couple of times we got into the box, but very poor. And Ghent are definitely warming up. Hugo Calypso's got the ball in the middle in the box. Fofana's got it. It's been intercepted and tackled and out by West Ham. They've cut it back and taken a shot outside the box, straight over the bar. Again, you can't give Hugo enough, too much more time. He's very, very deadly around that ball. Yeah. I'll tell you what happened against Forest will happen today. We'll be 70 minutes in and we'll score like 4 goals. Let's hope so. Otherwise, we don't have anything to talk about for the next most of the games. Let's hope so. There'll be something, please. Balls in the midfield. Not really much happening. But then they've got it on the left hand side now. Orban checks inside. Ben Johnson's got him relatively. Just shoves him over. So that's another free kick. He's very good at getting free kicks, is Orban. That's for sure. Jay says West still can't get a shot off. Indeed. Mikey, the Belgian fan, is in. We'll get punished if we continue to let Ghent dictate the game. And Mikey should know because he's from Belgium. His other team is Ghent, who are top of the table. So he'll be happy. Peter says once you get booked early, when it changes how you play, I totally agree. Coombs takes the ball, drops it into the penalty box, cleared by Vladimir Sufal. Dinks out. They've got the ball on their centre spot. It looks like it's going to go back to the keeper. No, he's turned around. Now he's gone back to the keeper. He takes a shot, takes the goal kick rather, takes a shot. Be impressive if he did. Nayoff intercepts well up, son. It's gone back to Ghent and then back, then Ghent knock it out for a throw on. So it's a bit dodgy at the moment. Mikey says that's Ghent's speciality. They love free kicks and corners. We totally get. They've had enough corners here. They've had 6 corners so far. We will get punished if West Ham continues to play like this. Indeed. West Ham got the ball at the right hand side. Little dink inside from Downs. Ings turns, goes back to Downs. Nice play. Bowie's at the right hand side. What's he going to do? He's going to jink. He's going to try. He's going to drive to the byline. Knocks out for West Ham. Corner. Oh, we got a corner. 39 minutes gone. And West Ham get their first corner. Come on, West Ham. Let's make it count. Let's make this count. Come on, you Irons. Let's make it count. So let's have a look who's going to take the goal. Who's taking the corner? Looks like it's Bowen on the right hand side. Sweeps it in. Oh, keeper drops it. Is that a goal? Is that a goal? Is that a goal? It's a goal. It's a goal. It's a goal. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll bloody take it. Bloody hell, I'll take it. Never forget. Never forget. Basically, the corner comes in, and the keeper has basically dropped the ball onto a Ged. Just watching again. He drops it, literally throws it onto the back heel of a Ged. Just hits it. Is it? I mean, there is VAR, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. I think there is VAR here, so I imagine there will be a VAR check on that. We'll wait and see. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Their manager's not very happy. It's just a typical West Ham goal. I mean, they're celebrating it, but we'll wait and see. I'll tell you what, just to make sure, we'll just put it back to. They're doing a VAR check. I'm just gonna put it. I'm not going to tempt fate. I'm going to put it back onto that for the time being, and we'll wait and see what happens. But it looks like it's it's VAR. It should. I don't think it'll be given. Okay, right. Hasn't been given. Moisey's not happy. Moisey's furious. Moisey is furious. So yeah, it hasn't been given. Lucky escape there for their goalkeeper, that's for sure. Literally, the goalkeeper just throws it in, and I think that was a tough one. He threw it. He didn't know much about him, to be honest. Anyway, back to 0-0. Back to 0-0. See, I told you, just in case. Right, now West Ham got the ball. Let's finish this. We've got 41 and a half minutes gone. Let's finish this half strongly to be going with our, a little bit of pep in our step. Little 1-2. Declan Rice has got the ball as he always does. Marauding run. It's gone into. It's been taken off. That Danny Ings' foot. And down the line now, Bonner's got the ball back to Kaa Gent. Peter is bloody furious, Russ. Every goal we score, VAR pick it to bits. I thought it was harsh. He said handball. He gave us a handball. So he gave it as a handball. So I don't really understand where the handball was because he threw it behind him. How can you, if you're doing that and you throw it behind him, how can you say I'm going to handball it? You just don't know. Anyway, only a few minutes left before we get half time. Turpin says it's a joke. He pushed it in with his hand. What do you want the VAR to do? Well, it was. I didn't think again knew it was happening. To be honest, what do you think West Ham will win or not? I think we will. Win. It's going to be close. It's not going to be the job in which everyone thinks it was going to be, and I said that. Out for a West Ham corner. Our second corner of the game. Our second corner. Josh's prediction is still on. Good. I'm glad to know that. Mikey's gone for 2-3-2. Is that to West Ham, Mikey? I'd imagine so. Bowman for another corner. Let's see if he's going to throw it at the keeper again. Corner from Bowen. Oh, Neil Post again was quite unlucky then. He didn't get enough on that. Back out to Bowen. Bowen checks inside. Little touch to Lanzini. Lanzini goes out to the right-hand side. And out. Russ, what do you think of Kira? Or Tilo Kira? I think there's a player there. Google is showing that Ghent have more possession. They do. Well, at the moment, it's 51-49, so that might change. But it's 51-49 to West Ham at the moment, so very, very even in terms of the possession. Not even in terms of the corners. They've had 6. We've had 2. If West Ham lose, I'll be annoyed, and Moyes will get sacked. Not going to happen. He ain't going to be sacked. Peter says West Ham 3-1 with Agard, Lanzini, Antonio. That'd be nice to see. Ings, is that a foul for West Ham for once? Yep, a foul. Imagine it's Emerson or Lanzini will take that on the left-hand side. In line with the box, about 35 yards out. Emerson is going to take it. He's going to do a lovely ball into the box. Oh, misses everybody. Absolutely everybody. And out for a West Ham throw-on. West Ham, we love you. Throw on by Soufal into the box. Nothing really happens. And then Declan Rice has got the ball, checks it back inside. One of his marauding passes to Soufal. Did well to get anything on, but he's giving the ball straight to Ghent, who then knock it down the line. Ghent on the counter attack. Hugo's on his own. Great interception by Naif out for a Ghent corner. Come on, you Wines. Another corner for Ghent. Another corner. 6 minutes added time. Hong's taking this one. Oh, right for a corner. I'm doing 2 things at once. And they say main can't multitask. Oh. Not too long. Added Reese, hope you are, my friend. Football for Life has just subs. Nice to see. I've got to turn this off for a tick because I've got to do 2 things at once because I have to. 6 minutes. 6 minutes added time. 6 minutes added time. Ball comes out. Little knockdown. Ball comes across. Ings has got the ball. He's got Barron's got the ball in the middle. It's gone out wide to Emerson. Emerson back to Downs. Downs to Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson takes the ball, gives it to. Oh, Bowen unlucky there. He was unlucky there. Little dink over the top to Bowen. Nice little touch. Soufal's got the ball. He takes the ball down the right hand side. Junks inside. Lanzini. Ings is on his own. No, nothing. Ball's inside. Gives it. Ings on his own. It's a goal. Is it offside? Is it offside? I don't know. I'm gonna just wait. I think it's a goal. Danny Ings all on his own. Little drill ball into the middle. I'm sure that's gonna be taken to VAR. I've got to do 2 things at once. I think it looks like it's been given. Fantastic. It's what we want with Ings, isn't it? That little fox in the box. And he's done it. Good to see. Why has that not worked? So I'm trying to do 2 things at once now. It looks like it's been given. My feed's gone down for the time being, so let me know if it hasn't gone down. But it looks like it's been given, which is fantastic. Good on Danny Ings. Well done, son. Nice to see, man. No, on that one. I'm ordering my daughter's dinner at the same time, and they say men can't multitask. Unbelievable, Jeff. Pepsi Max. That's that. Yeah, let me know because I can't. My feed's gone down. The West Ham website has said it's a goal, so we'll wait and see. Hasn't said it's been chalked off just yet, but they didn't even say the other goal was a goal. So I think it looks onside to me. By what I saw last time, it looked onside. Okay, that's done. And while we're doing, let's just do this one as well. Yes, it counts. Mikey says it counts, so it counts. Good to see. Brilliant. When was the last time we scored from our throw on? Ludders will be happy. Ludders always hate. I mean, I hate our throw ons, to be honest. But Ludders is happy, so that's all good. Love it. Well done. We've scored a bloody goal. Oh, God. That one. Bloody hell. Come on, you irons. Nice to see. And then let's do that one. Add to order. What should I have for dinner? Wherever it is, I'm not going to get it. That one, that'll do. West Ham are massive. Everywhere we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. West Ham are massive. Everywhere we go. West Ham are massive. Everywhere we go. I'll tell you what I want. Where's those things? I want. I like them. What we got here? Sebster, I'm going to see West Ham versus Ghent on the 20th. Good on you, son. We look forward to seeing you, mate. You know where we'll be. You know where I sit. Come and say hello. Why don't you? Danny Ings' first ever European goal. Really? Wow. Fantastic. Well done, Danny Ings. Well done, Danny Ings. I'm going to watch the second West Ham at the stadium as well. Football for Life. Good to see you. Singing it with you, Russ. I am. Yeah, they're all singing it. It's all good to see. I'm going to sit in 2-4-2, said Sebster. Good to know, man. Good to know. I'm trying to think where I don't know exactly where my seats are. But anyway, I think my box is 2-1-0. Ghent have got a corner out to the right hand side, and it's gonna be half time. Oh, I've just realised something. Oh dear, it's trouble when I didn't stop the clock. Anyway, we know what we're gonna do. We're gonna stop the clock in a minute anyway. It's about 50 minutes anyway. Let me do this. Let's go this. Let's do this. Let's do that. And obviously we are at half time. It's West Ham 1-0 away to Ghent. Danny Ings' first ever European goal, which was desperately needed, in all honesty. It hasn't been a great game at all. I think we've had about 50%. I think they had about 50% possession. I think it's literally 50-50 on the possession front. And we go into the game 1-0 up. So you've got to take that. I'll take that all day. It's all about the result, innit? It's all about the result, really. So not a bad game. They do attack with numbers. They do. It's not possible, unfortunately, to give you a thing, but it was an okay goal. It was an okay goal. You know, we did the job. Should be 2-0. Obviously, we had a goal chalked off at half time. About 5 minutes to go. We had a goal chalked off for a foul. The handball, wasn't it? Which looked a bit weird. I thought it was a bit of a strange one. I'm going to just play around my phone a little bit because I want to try and get a better signal for the second half. And I'm going to put it in one of these. So, yeah, I mean, you know, we'll do the stats. I'll take you through the stats in a minute. It hasn't been a, what's the word? Like a, trying to do two things at once again. Hasn't been a particularly exciting end-to-end game. I think they've had a lot more possession than we have, but we go into the game, we're going at 1-0 up. So, you know, we've taken our chances, which is something we haven't done all season, and we go in 1-0 up. So, yeah, it's not too shabby, Alonso. I'm sure the neighbours think I'm mad. Oh dear, I know it's bad, isn't it? Throwing quick, Bowen tapped it on Ings. It was a quickly taken throw on for once. I am watching you live from Hong Kong. We've got Hong Kong, we've got Brazil, we've got Marseille. It's all good. 2 non-yellows. Ref is Ghent's best player so far. Very strange refereeing. Obviously, Ogbonna gets the second yellow, so he's going to be suspended for the return leg next Thursday. So I imagine if we're playing 3 at the back, someone like, again, would move across, or maybe Cresswell might come in, and then Zuma comes in, or we play 4 at the back. I don't know, but there we go. Toby says Ben Johnson's been poor. The boys played massively in half time, indeed. Who's playing better? I think Ghent have had the better half. It's 51% possession to us, 49% to Ghent. They've had 8 shots, we've had 1. They've had 2 on target, we've had 1 that's gone in. They've had 3 block shots. They've had 8 corners, we've had 2. They've had passes 200 to 192 for us. Dribbles, we've had slightly more. We've had 9 dribbles compared to their 8, the high success rate. They've won more duels, won more aerial battles. They've had more clearances as well. So it's, you know, I think it's a relatively good half again, but they come in obviously 1-0 as the score that matters, isn't it? It doesn't matter about, sorry, it's been changed 51% possession to get to 49% possession for West Ham. Take Johnson off. He's been useless, just hoovering the ball up in the air. Have you ever been to Hong Kong? If not, consider giving a visit. No, I haven't, but thanks. Come on, Ings always said he should have gone completely out for him when he left Liverpool to Southampton. He's a proper West Ham kind of player, and he's always gonna a puck attitude to us. He is what I like, but then, you know, you've got to play him to the right strength, innit? And as Moisey says, we haven't played him to the right strength. Doesn't play 1 up on his own very well. Sort of playing 2 up with Bowen, kind of. But not, if that makes sense at the same time. But is that all? Just checking that's all okay. That's one's done. And that's all good. Do you think we'll win the cup? We have got a bloody good chance, Harry. Bloody good chance. Obviously, we know the pathway. We know if we win, we go through. If we get through the quarterfinals, the semis will be against either Aze, Alkmaar, or against Anderlecht, a team that we've beaten quite convincingly. So you think maybe the pathway to the final is a little bit easier than the other side. The likes of Nice and that lot on the other side. So VAR is killing football. I certainly agree. Usual suspect. Totally agree. It's where there's a clear and obvious error, and I think for the goal, I don't think Agaire's clever enough to see it behind him and magically appear that the ball's going to be behind me and then sort of knock it into the. I just don't agree with that. Stephen here in the chat, watching from Doningtonhurst in Brentwood, or Donninghurst in Brentwood. Good to see him. I'm watching from Hornchurch. I think we need to defend in second half more on counter attack. I think we need another goal. I think if anything shows me that there's definitely, I mean, these guys, they attack with numbers. So I don't think we're going to be, I think we need another goal out of this. That's for sure. I can't see us holding out 1-0. Particularly with the like of Hugo Klubers, who's has scored 26 goals this season. Auburn has scored 14 in 12 as well. I mean, these guys are, they're no slouches. So I think we definitely need at least one more goal. 11-11, we are massive. Come on. Anderlecht have grown a bit since the last time. Don't underestimate them if we face them again. Indeed, I mean, they've got through to the quarterfinals, didn't they? So they've beaten teams who've dropped down from Europa League. So fair play. I say we need to buy another right midfielder as a sub, right back. And since we might lose Skamaka, Man U want him, we need a new striker. Yeah, I totally agree. I think we need a right back. I think we need a right back. I think we need a right back, a left back, and I think we do need I think, but you got someone like Cornet who can play both sides. But yeah, I totally agree. I agree. Go for the second as fast as possible, then not the game. We need about 27 strikers. The way we keep getting injured or counting down with days of uselessness. They beat Sevilla. Well, there we go. Really? They didn't beat Sevilla. They beat Villarreal, didn't they? Sevilla weren't in there. I think they beat Villarreal. Harry just says, simply come on, you irons. Indeed. Come on, you irons. Indeed. Just having a look on Martin, the West Ham announcer, my partner in crime. He just keeps sending me pictures. Obviously, he got into the game. He travelled out there, so he must have got a ticket somehow. So yeah, one of those. Yeah, one of those Spanish sides, in it, Mikey. I believe it was Villarreal, because didn't they have? They have all the. Oh, the right thing. Yeah, she was Whopper Cheese. Yeah, just checking. Oh dear. Where is it? So fixtures. What's that one? What's that there? Oh, okay. And actually half time, and it's only one more game, one other European game, and that's in the Europa League. As I said, it's a battle of the West Ham potential managers in Arnie Snot's final against Jose Mourinho's Roma. It's 0-0. Then our games are all at 8:00. The rest of our games in the Conference League: Basel, Nice, Lecce Poznan versus Fiorentina, and Anderlecht versus AZ Alkmaar. So obviously we play the winners of that tie if we get through to semi-finals, and then Basel, Nice, Lecce Poznan, and Fiorentina. Say, for example, Nice versus Fiorentina in the other half. So I think we've definitely got the easier half of the draw. Wait till Ghent comes. We shall blind them with our bubbles. What is going on for our Italian striker? Is he injured or falling out of our manager? Stephen, he is injured. He was injured. Moisey revealed last week he was 2 weeks rehabilitation. And so that to me would mean surely he'll be possibly in selection for the return leg or maybe even the Arsenal game. But we need him and Ings, don't we? We can all see it. Ings and Skamaka as a two would be, I think, or an informed Skamaka and Ings would be formidable. Fair play for Ings coming. Absolutely right. It depends on how Moyes. Not just me, Lee. From Shetland, oh, fair play. Although you do say only way to Essex. I don't understand that. Must be an Essex boy who's gone to. God, you've gone from one end to the other, haven't you? One of the extremes to the other. All the way from Sugar up to the Shetlands. But I mean, Moyes said he's not a guy who plays up front on his own. Well, if you say that and you know that, don't do that. That's the bit I can't join the dots up with. And it might be the fact is we haven't got the right player to play. Obviously for the Fulham game we had Antonio and Ings up front. I do think that's particularly successful. But Ings scored. He scored his tap in. And Ings did what he does best. He hangs around that box, that 6-yard box. We don't have players like that. And it's a very sort of rare breed, I think, to have someone who's that sort of fox in the box, that sort of old school Tony Cottee type striker. And Danny does that. I mean, it's a great ball and he's in the right place at the right time. Dinks in. We won't score an easier goal. won't score an easier goal, in my opinion. Whoever the new manager is in the summer, got to be decisive in the market, get the players in early. Takes far too long to decide on anyone. Totally agree, Danny. I'd probably do maybe Saturday. I might do a show about the exodus, the summer exodus. There's a lot of players leaving in the summer. A lot of players unhappy as well, apparently, from what I've heard. So I'm going to go through some of the players who are going to, who will be probably leaving in the summer, because there's a huge job. There's a huge job needed in the summer. And so, for me, you need to make a decision on the manager straight away, pretty much as soon as the season finishes. Make that announcement, because that manager needs to come in on day one. Day one being the day straight after the season starts, and then crack on. So apparently there's in the at the West Ham end, one of the chants they've been doing is your scoreboard shit, because the scoreboard took forever to register the goal, and then when it changed from 1-0, so 0-0 to 2-0 to Ghent, then corrected itself to 1-0 to West Ham 3 seconds later. Typical. We'd be hung up for that. All the other, there's only one more game, which is in the Europa League, which is 0-0, mate. All the rest kick off at 8 o'clock. We'd be strung up for that. Obviously, we've got the likes of Lucas Paqueta, Antonio Fornals, Zuma, Cresswell. We've got a real strong bench. Where is it? Let me just show you. There's our. Let me just take the comment off from Football for Life. So we've got Fabianski, Joseph Anang, Cresswell, Zuma, Fornals, Antonio Paqueta, Cornet, Ben Rama, Tilo Kira, Suchek, and Mbama. So, we've got lots of options there, lots of options to change the side, lots of options to change the formation if we need to. It's when you look at that in its entirety, from Areola all the way to Mbama, that ain't a bad that shouldn't be a side which is struggling in the Premier League, should it? It shouldn't be struggling. Even like when you flip it and, likes of Flynn and, at Crestwood, you've got some good Premier League players. You've got some good foreign-based players who have come into the league this year. That squad shouldn't be in the position we're in. Should not be in the position we're in at all. Not at all. But we're coming not too long until the second half kicks off. And then hopefully we can get all that sorted. Get another goal, then make a few changes. Good thing with early kickoffs, get back tonight. Great shout, Peter. You're totally right. Obviously, we would do. If they decide to. It's happened before where they've actually decided to stay there and then come back a bit later on, but they've got the private jet, and they go straight into London City anyway, so it's not a bad flight from Belgium, and it's only an hour or so in it on the flight. Let me do that. I want to see Mbama up front this game for him to go. Yep, indeed. Come on, Mbama. Looks like they're just coming out for the second half. 4 of downs won't risk a red. Yeah, good shout. I think we have quality players, but they are not using them correctly. It's bad, Jim, but we're winning. It is. You're totally right. Players just coming out for the second half. Just about to kick off. Doesn't like any subs at the moment. Doesn't like any subs. Let me just do that. Why is that? Where can I edit that? So I'm just trying to do too many things at once. Can't edit that tweet. Does that work? Yeah. All right, so we're just about to kick off for the second half. West Ham 1-0 up against Ghent, away from home in Belgium. And of course, my feed decides to go down. Of course, as per usual. Don't worry, we'll make it work. Don't worry. Just keep me informed if anyone loses and if we can see the goal. But we'll get that sorted. Come on. Oh, typical, isn't it? Absolutely typical. Just as the game kicks off. Mikey, it's up to you. You keep an eye on what's going on, mate. No pressure. Right, there we go. Let's get this moving. Let's get it swirling, Merlin. Come on, peeps. Come on, you irons, says Harry. Good on you, son. Good on you. Do that. Generate link. Okay, thanks, Mikey. Ball's rolling. That's what we like to see. Good start. Right, let's put a new feed on there. Let's close that. And let's crack on for the second half. Need to keep up the efforts, says Alan. We have the goal, but need 2 more. You're totally right. At least, I'd say. I think we need at least 2. I think if we could go into this with 3-0 up, I think that'd be great for us. And we're back on. We are back. Back again. Getting on the attack inside the West Ham box. Tried to put a ball through to Hugo, but it was cut out. No subs at the moment. West Ham side, no subs. Change it. Yeah, you can edit a tweet, can't you? I thought you could. Cancel. Looks like Ings has taken a bit of a knock there. Ings down. The ball came back. Jared, little 1-2, but Ings has gone down the back post there. Let's have a quick look at the get. Ings the box. Jared moves it across, takes a little deflection, and Ings goes down. Come on, the internet. Oh, God's sake. Yeah, I think poor, very poor. If I do that, can I click into it? Edit. Right. Okay. Come on, West Ham. Here we go. We're back. We're back. We're cooking with gas. Final got 1 up against Roma. Arnie Slots has gone 1-0 up. Mark Noble in the crowd there with his tie. And it's gone out for a goal kick. Oh, West Ham, we love you. We love you, West Ham, we do. We love you, West Ham, we do. Oh, West Ham, we love you. We do love West Ham. That's why we're watching it. Football for life will put Emerson left back and get Ben Rama on because he can decide games by himself if he wants to. I totally agree. I like Ben Rama's a top player when he's on form, that's for sure. Although the trouble is he does go through fits and starts, doesn't he? It's the consistency. I think Benny's never been consistent, and when he's not consistent, he then doesn't play for a couple of weeks. It's almost like Moyes punishes him for not being consistent. And then expects him to just come back into the side and just carry on regardless. So he's on hiding to nothing. Mikey says both teams really can't hold the ball at the moment. Nothing's creating on both ends right now. I totally agree. It's a bit it's just a bit bitty, isn't it? It's a bit bitty. Ghent have got the ball now, however. They go on the right-hand side. Out to the right winger who cuts back inside. Flicks it around the corner. They seem to be playing it quite nicely in West Ham's half at the moment. Yes, Mikey, dull. It's a great way. Commentary is so good. Sorry, Ron. I'm miles away. I do apologise. I'm just trying to do two things at once, Mrs. Buttons. I'm trying to feed my family at the same time. But anyway, we'll get back in. Ariana, sorry, Ron. I do apologise profusely. I do apologise. Anyway, let's carry on. So, Ariela's goal kick punts outfield. Ings sort of runs off him, but Lanzini seems to get the ball. Bowens does a no-look pass to Soufal. He's far too short for him to get that ball. But West Ham win the ball back, but then they give it straight back to Ghent. And then back to their centre-backs. Ghent centre-back. Ings tries to get his foot in. Doesn't quite get there. But now Ghent have got the ball on the attack. Now it's gone out for a Ghent throw-on. Commentary is good. I can never understand Mr. Ironborough. He wouldn't be understanding even more now because he's got his teeth are numb at the moment. So he just couldn't get it. He couldn't make it up. Bless him. Oh dear. Anyway, West Ham have got the ball inside. It's gone back to Ghent, getting the ball out to the left-hand side. Ghent have got the ball just inside with our goal line in terms of our box line. Back, they do it quite often. It's all check and then come back. A bit like what we do, isn't it? We take the ball, doesn't work, can end up playing back to the goalkeeper. But they haven't done. They take it back to the centre back, who's gone back to it just in the centre ball. And a little jink into the middle. Ario clears it. Nice and sorted. They did this little dink into the middle. They're trying to do that ball over the top to Hugo. But I think, again, pretty much had him on toast then. Let's hope we can score another and get goal of the week in the conference. 2-0 to final. Do you think, as said, keep it 1-0? I don't think he does, Peter. Cowan Ings, he has made a difference and thinks we are so defensive missing, but we love you, West Ham. We do. We certainly do, Lee. West Ham got the ball on the inside. Declan Rice, he does his little jink to the right-hand side again. Soufal gives it to Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson looks up, gives it back to Lanzini. Lanzini's still getting a lot of ball. Downs back out to Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson takes it to the right-hand side to Soufal, who gives it straight back to him. Little dink inside, little back heel, nice from Lanzini. Ball in from Soufal. Doesn't go anywhere near anyone. And goes straight to the other side. Declan Rice has got the ball back to Aged. Is that a foul? Of course it won't. And it goes out for a goal. Russ tells it like it is. I certainly do, Ron. I certainly do. Tell it how it is. Come on, you Irons. Anyway. Sufal again, very poor shot, very poor cross to no one. Put it in the middle. I think you had Bowen and you had Ings both in the middle there. Nice little touch by Lanzini, though. Nice little back heel. We love that. We love seeing a little bit of trickery. Now West Ham have got the ball again. Emerson keeps it in. No, out for from. Out for Venom. Have you got munchies on your desk? No, I haven't. My dinner is. I might have to go and get my dinner and bring it back here in a minute. Dirty Dave, nice name. West Ham fans are the loudest, most passionate fans of the Amex. It was a sorry sight to see the fans let down by Moyes and the players that day. Oh, yeah, but I don't think you worried about it. I don't think you really cared about it, mate, innit? Bloody 4-0. Bloody 4-0. Right, okie dokie. Let's crack on. Again, I've got the ball, got into the middle. Number 14's got the ball. It's gone to Hugo. Hugo's taking the shot. Goal! Told you. Hugo Kloopers scores. I think that's his 27th goal this season. That was they literally walked through the defence then. Very, very poor defending. Very poor defending. They took a ball into the right hand side and they cut inside. Kloopers did a very simple run, but it was enough, and he just got in front of him. And that's his fifth goal in 10 matches in the Europa League. And that was an easy one. That was a gimme. Cuts inside, and then Hubers just does this very simple run, goes straight across the midfield. Ben Johnson didn't know what to do. He's in no man's land, whether to go for him or not. Doesn't put a foot in. Lovely little touch by that, but I think it was Orban. I think nice touch. Cuts him across. Huber takes one touch and fires it past Areola. 1-1. Hopefully that will wake us up a little bit, because we started this just crazy. Knife through butter indeed. 27th goal. Linda, hope you're well. Indeed, bollocks. But here, there was no reason to pick that one out, Peter, to be honest. What are you having? Cheeky Naga Masala? Nope. Benny looks like he's coming on. He said he does. His shirt is on. Let's hopefully score again. Indeed. And indeed, like through butter. Smooth like butter, like stranger undercover. West Ham is going to win or not? I think that's hopefully they do. Hopefully they do. We can only hope. It's the hope that kills us, isn't it? It's the hope that kills us. Ghent on the attack again. Come on. Ghent on the attack. Back into the midfield. Their right winger gives it back to, I think that's the Shat, because he's back again. He's giving it back to him. If Trump does a run around Lanzini, surely he's run that ball straight off, ref. Yeah, he's run that ball straight off. And it goes off for a Areola goal kick. We need a few more goals. We certainly do, my friend. Shall we go 6 at the back now? Goal kick. Goal by kick or head? By kick. 10 at the back. Ghent pushing now. They certainly are. I think, to be honest, Ghent have pushed quite a lot. I think they came out the first half better than we did, in my humble opinion. But anyway, it was a good shot. Good shot. As I said, I've been saying it since the beginning. If you give him time, he's going to score. He's going to score. But there's nothing in this game. That's probably. I mean, they had quite a few shots first half, didn't they? And didn't really trouble Areola at all. That was the first shot. And they're pushing even for. What's the plan, Moyes? I don't know. Black Country reckons Benny and Antonio coming on. Let's go. Benny's on. Okay, Benny's on his own. We're coming on soon. Need to do something. Because obviously away goals don't count either as well. Not watching. What you think, Russ? Any changes? I think we will be having to. I think Ben Rama. I'd put Cornet on. Over Ben Rama this game. I mean, get her in the box again. Jesus, that's Orban? Orban was it like in the 6-yard box? Should have probably done better there. Should have done better. This is when we need to put a sub on. We need to change the tempo of the game. Orkin was dangerous again. Then he reminds me a lot of Notty from Leeds. Really sort of like very dynamic player. But yeah, looks like subs. Looks like Ings and Lanzini off for Antonio and Benrahma. Now, I think Antonio should have started, in my opinion. I know Ings scored, but I think that in terms of the centre backs of Ghent, they're big boys, big lads, and I think actually he's 60 minutes. You're totally right. 60 minutes of substitutions are made. Should have gone forward at the back and took Johnson off for Benny, maybe. Anyone know if Moses has still got his boots? Where's Fornals? And Fornals is on the bench. Moyes and changing tempo doesn't go together. And what did I say about Stuart Pearce? Lee from Barking and now from Shetland. I love the fact you have to say where you're from. But anyway, come on, West Ham. Is that no, it's not the first goal we've conceded in Europe. It's not one of, we haven't conceded a lot in Europe, have we? Benny's managed to get that ball in, a little back heel. Benny and Emerson work well together. So that's something. But yeah, I agree with you, Black Country. All at sea. I think Johnson's been very poor today. It was a good option for him to come to have a really good game, but he just hasn't. And maybe you're right. Maybe it is a fact of. Ghent had a shot from about 40 yards out from Auburn again. Dangerous looking player. Very direct. Very unlucky. That was a good shot. Enough power behind it, just slightly inaccurate. But looks a real rough diamond, that Corbin. Looks like they're making a couple of subs as well. I have no idea who's coming off or coming on, I'll be honest. But I suppose I should really probably change the scoreboards to reflect the new players on, which I shall do. Let's just delete that, and I'll put the new subs on while we're just chatting away. West Ham on the attack. Nope, now it's back to Ghent. West Ham were on the attack, now Ghent are on the attack. Yeah, West Ham really look all at sea at the moment. We're bereft of confidence as a team. Absolutely bereft of confidence. So we've got Lanzini off Benrahma, and Ings for Antonio. I have no idea who's going on and going off, so I'm going to watch this very, very carefully to try and. I have no idea. I'll be honest. I'll have no idea when it comes to Ghent players who's going on, who's going off. But we'll have a go. We'll wait till they make the subs. I'll have no idea whatsoever, and it'll be all wrong. It'll be wrong, but hey ho. I'm trying to see. It looks like 3 subs. Again, they're gonna make 3 subs. Do you know what? I just know when I'm beaten. I'm not going to bother putting the Ghent ones up. I do apologise to those of you who are from Ghent and watching the game, but I'm not going to have a chance. Think about getting those right. Difference of the Premier League, you sort of can understand, know who the players are, but I have no idea. Apart from about 4 who I actually who I know. Sometimes you just got to know what battles to fight in it. And I think that one's not really for me to fight. Looks like they're making a triple sub. 3 backs coming on, 3 backs going off. That's about it. That's all I can give you in terms of analysis. Looks like I think that's Hong off. No, I'm definitely not going to be spelling that one. But definitely Hong is off. And that Fafana's gone off. I know Fafana. I know Hong's off. And Samois is on. I know that one. And the Hong one I couldn't catch. And Chualingano is going off. And he's being replaced by Fortuna. I might be able to do it. Can't rush, believe in yourself. That's him. That's the one. He's got a longer name, hasn't he? I'm just going to go with your spelling as you are a native Belgian, Mikey. With these confidence and supporters keep complaining about the manager, I totally agree. Hong off and Fornalatis in. Indeed. Thank you very much, everybody. See, nice community. What a lovely community. Ghent are in the box. Should have done better there, I think. Ghent should have done. They should have a better chance there. They're all over us. Absolutely all over us at the moment. And out for a goal kick. If you don't have pace, you can't scare teams. And we've got bloody corner on. And can't even speak English. Premier League ones are not too bad. It's just when it's, I could probably get even some European teams, but I'll be honest, I'm totally half and plus the Ghent side. But anyway, goal kick out. Obviously, we lose it straight away because we haven't got no one to head it. Antonio bundles himself over. Why bundle yourself over, son? Why bundle yourself over? Really annoys me. The man can be beast, can't he? He can be beast, but he just hasn't been a beast for the best part of a year. Really winds me up. Anyway, we'll carry on. Right. Keep the ball for 5 minutes, man. Come on. West Ham get the ball. Antonio's in the box. Out for West Ham corner. Let's see what happens. Shall we? Oh, come on, you Irons. Let's get another goal. Emerson's got the ball out. Emerson's taking the corner. Let's see what he does. Don't go short. Go long. Pings it into the back post. Nah, straight out, West Ham. Come on, you bloody West Ham. Oh, dear. Yeah, get him on that keeper. Innit? Now Auburn's got the ball for cuts inside. Ben Johnson. Is that a foul? No. They've still got the ball. Jesus. They let him go. Castrol, who's slippery, who's a slippery player. You're welcome. Use that for later. Castro, who's a particularly slippery player, should have done better there with that shot. Much better should have done. But he didn't, thankfully. He's just so bad for not matching those over teams. Yep. Indeed, Diego, thank you for joining us. No idea what you're saying, but thank you for joining us. Auburn really is a good player, isn't he? Good player. He's got a very direct, I like players who just, that's why I like players like Cornet, guys who literally will take the ball and the first thing they want to do is attack and run forward rather than look behind us. West Ham got the ball out the left-hand side. Emerson checks back inside to Ben Rama. Ben Rama looking up, just lays it pretty boringly to, poor ball by Downs. And now they're on the attack. Auburn's got the ball, he's turning, and he's going to run at them. Now as well to get a foot in to stop for a little bit. But they've got Castro back to Auburn. Auburn, he's the GTX. Very good. And back to defenders. Yeah, final third, we are very poor. That's for sure, mate. We just don't seem to be able to do anything at all. That's what winds me up. We should be. I mean, I showed you that squad. That squad should not be what it's doing at the moment. That squad is a top 8 squad, but it's just not performing. And I mean, this will be huge. Obviously, we're the only team in Europe who still have 100% rate, 100% success rate in Europe this season. So just need to bloody get going. We are screwed. We're all at sea. We are. Evening to you all. Just finished work that bloody A13. Oh, Michael. Poor on you, son. We've all been there. Foul for West Ham. Antonio gets a foul, falling over. Foul to West Ham. Coming up to 70 minutes. There or thereabouts. Bowen and Soufal lining up for one. I reckon it's going to be a Bowen. But you never know. But we scored the other day from a Soufal, or it's a Kira, but from the right-hand side. So free kick to West Ham. Yeah, Bowen's going to take an in swinger. Swinger goes to the back stick. No one. Oh, see again. Still in their keeper. That's what we need to do. Oh, very poor again by West Ham, giving the ball straight to Auburn. Close him down. Get rid. Is that a foul? Yeah, foul. Unlucky. Looking at the stats, we will do well to go for a draw. Yeah, I've been saying, Peter, since we got drew against them, that this team are no mugs. And actually, they've had the lion's share of the game, that's for sure. Are they able to score for 2-1? Well, they are able to score if they can, is another question. I'm not saying that Moyes is a terrible manager, but I'm saying that Stuart Pearce made a difference. I totally agree. But then I've read reports that he didn't really do much. And it was actually Alan Irvine was the one who made the difference. Anyway, Antonio's got the ball. He's twiddling around. I don't know what he's doing. He's trying to bulldoze himself through. He's somehow still got the ball. Benny's got the ball now. Benny Little Jink lays it to Flynn. Flynn back to Declan Rice. Declan Rice back to Flynn Downs. Flynn is looking for options. Antonio's got the ball. Lays it out to Soufal. Soufal whips it in. Bowen, unlucky. If Bowen was a foot taller, would have maybe got something on that one. Well done for Bowen for winning the ball back. It's gone to Emerson. Emerson back to Bowen. Bowen back to Declan Rice. Declan Rice to Emerson just outside the box. Gets charged down in terms of his cross. Out for a West Ham throw on. Just under 20 minutes left. It's Ghent 1, West Ham 1. And it's a West Ham throw on just inside just currently in line with the box of Ghent on the left hand side. Emerson's taking it, trying to find a ball. Obviously, we lose it. Obviously, as always, Benny gets dispossessed, and then Ghent on the attack. Ghent's tails are up for sure. You can tell they seem very, very confident going forward, and we look shit scared going forward. They've got the ball in the middle of their park, tries to do a through ball to Hugo, but Declan Rice cuts it out. Now Declan Rice has got the ball forward. Benny loses the ball, of course. It looks like Fornals is coming on. I'm trying to see on. Yep. Oh, it might be corner. It might be corner. I don't know. I'm trying to see. Yellow card for Patakowski. Patakowski. It looks like West Ham making another sub. I think it's Fornals, but I can't tell. I'm waiting to see the board. Paqueta for Flynn Downs. Surprise maybe, or maybe it's just to get a bit more forward momentum maybe. But Paqueta has come on for Flynn Downs. That's interesting. Obviously came back from his injury, didn't play at the weekend. So yeah. Yeah, good Flynn's on a yellow, but he decided to go with Paqueta rather than maybe someone like a Fornals. So obviously, he's pushing a bit, as they would say. Yeah. Ball kick to Ghent, their keeper. Big old kick up, intercepted by Deck. Then Johnson intercepts a little ball across the left hand side, the right hand side, and takes it out for a Ghent throw on. They've taken very, very quickly. You say Mike? Did you say Mike Wazowski? It's Piatowski. Piatowski. You say Mike Wazowski? Hey, Wazowski. West Ham got the ball going forward. Antonio's got the ball. He's going to turn around. No, It's got back to Emerson. Emerson takes the ball to Declan Rice. Declan Rice just inside the West Ham half. Jinx 1-2 players. Nice little pass back to Paqueta. Emerson cuts back inside. He does that very, very well. Lovely, but unlucky. Very unlucky with that. He's got the ball back. He tried to put a through ball through to Antonio. Paqueta's got the ball. Great ball through to Bowen. Bowen should have done. Bowen should have done better. Bowen should have done better there. Great ball by Paqueta. Look, his no-look pass straight through. Splits the defence. Bowen went onto it. Keeper to beat. Should have scored that one. That would have been a good goal. It would have been a great pass from Paqueta, and then he would have scored that. How many times have you heard that this season? Indeed, the giant. That is the trouble. How many times have you heard that this season? Unfortunately, when it comes to West Ham, should have scored, and that's our problem all season. We are, as you said, we were up the top 7 in terms of chances conceded. Sorry, in terms of chances created, but we just can't get it in the old onion bag. That's the best voice the old woman's spot on. Yeah. Is asking me, then fill in your timesheet. No, 1-1. You're right. 1-1 is not a terrible result, Mandy, but we want to go. You'd like to go, and actually, there's still something like that on the just crowd the update really up next week. So that'd be great. But it'd be nice to sort of try and get this game done. Paqueta has done a challenge there with he's pleading his innocence as per usual. He's back up. He's all right. So look at that foul again. I don't think it's a foul. I don't think that was his fault. Surprised he's gone for it with Moyes, indeed. Hopefully at home better. Yeah, man, he should have done better there. Should have done much better then. We probably won't be doing the highlight show just after as we usually do because I need to go for dinner. And it'll be cold anyway. And Anton's. We might do it later on tonight. If not, we'll do the review show with the ratings tomorrow. Just let you guys know. Moyes is all we have. Moyes is our manager. Come on, Moyes. I believe in you. Go home. Zanilla Cushers, thank you so much. Would rather have we put one more in the net for the final whistle. I believe so. Would be nice. Don't forget when we were at Sevilla, we went 1-0 down back to London Stadium for a very different game. But Norcosha says, go home. I already am home. So thank you. Anyway. Just under 13 minutes left of normal time. There'll be a couple of minutes for injury time. Added time, sorry, because you'll have the subs and whatnot. We usually say about 30 seconds a sub usually, or substitution is about 30 seconds usually when we're counting it at the London Stadium. Where is Cornet? Indeed, we just can't control the ball. It's been a sloppy performance. And you're probably right. I think we're doing well to come out of a draw out of this game. I mean, again, Ben Johnson, intercepts, but it's just there's no quality with that interception. Out for West Ham goal kick. Painful to see Ghent passing the ball. Indeed, harissa chicken and mint couscous salad, Ross. No, I've got a Burger King. I couldn't be bothered to cook today. And Flo, she had Taco Bell. Big fan of Taco Bell. We'll do them at London Stadium 1-0 from a set pieces. Dan, hope you're well done, Cohen. Good to see you, man. Nice to see you. Hope you're well, buddy. Haven't seen fans, buddy, for ages. Please win, West Ham. Please win. We'll try. Pavar reckons it's going to be 2-1. That'd be nice. That would be lovely, wouldn't it? We haven't seen that. It hasn't seemed like we're going to try and do that, but that would be nice. It would be nice indeed. Auburn's down again. God, he goes down more times than Mikel Antonio, that boy. Jazzy's back. I forgot about the game. Well, we're still here. I didn't forget about it. Lucky I didn't forget about it. Otherwise, everyone will be like, what the fuck's going on? Come on, you amateurs, Damien. We need it. We need all the help. Have they changed the balls this season? Well, it'll be a different ball to obviously what we played with last time. In terms of obviously Europa League, you have different colour balls, but there we go. I don't know if they've changed the balls. No. Auburn is down. There you go. He's always down. I suppose he's spent more time on the deck than he has standing upright. He'd be suited to West Ham. Very Michael Antonio. Free header there from the goal kick. Antonio didn't even bother challenging for that one. Auburn, nice touch again, but didn't get past Johnson. Areola, strange goal kick. Oh, fucking Areola. Literally a P roll, is it? Yeah, didn't get any height in it. Balls out now. Benny's on the attack. Come on, West Ham. 10 minutes to go. Still 1-1 in the first leg. Obviously, all to play for when we get to London Stadium. Antonio turns. He beats his man. Oh, but obviously, then he does something good. He does something good and does something bad. Loses the ball. Ghent have got the ball in the midfield. Foul to Ghent, really? Are you sure? Thank you, Oscar. God bless. Thank you very much. God bless to you too, Lee. Barking to Shetland Isles. That handball he gave. Okay, fair enough. No, I've gone for an XL double bacon cheeseburger. Mrs. Button's gone for the Whopper with cheese. Jesus Christ. It should have been 2-1. Auburn again, the shining star of the side of the game, I think, takes the ball, takes a touch, then does a bicycle kick just inside the box and hits the crossbar. That'd be an incredible goal. Exactly. It's gonna be hard to hold on to it by the sound of it. I mean, it is. I mean, they're growing into this game. And can you imagine them playing with a sold-out crowd, particularly on Auburn, will be absolutely chomping at the bits. Russ, will we be buying any of these Ghent players over the summer? Well, Auburn needs to get him. It's similar to like when we played Eintracht Frankfurt. You know, we're looking at Evan and Dicker, and we're looking at Gamachi as well. So, yeah, Auburn thankfully has gone off. So whether they're happy for whether they're keeping it's going to be the draw. Yeah, currently 1-1 at the moment. This would be our first game where we haven't won in the European competition this season. But we've still got 10 minutes to go. Or 9 minutes to go. Hello from South Korea, fan of West Ham. Tommy, thanks for joining us. If you're new around here, give it a like, give it a comment, give it a share, give it a subscribe. Maybe become a channel member. Hit the join button down there and enter the channel membership and support the channel that way. All of that is lovely. Surprised we aren't wearing hard hats, indeed. Yeah, we are hanging on. Definitely hanging on at the moment. We don't seem to be really playing well at all. Paqueta is trying to close people down. Well, Bonner, obviously Oggy won't be playing in the return leg. He is suspended because he's got his card. We've got here, but Tisudali is very dangerous as well. He's got fresh legs. Going all for the win. Okay, thanks for letting us know, Mikey. You see, you know. Hanging on at the moment. We're rubbish. Moyes gone today, please. Not going to happen, Gary. You think 90 plus 3, West Ham 2-1. Well, we did score. Oh, Areola. Oh, gee, Areola punches. Again, not convincing. Again. And then managed to save his feet. I'm not, Areola, to me, he doesn't command that box. It really frustrates me. He's such a, good player. Jesus. Anyway, out for West Ham Prime. Ball comes to us, Areola punches, but again, not a strong punch. He doesn't. Somebody's 6'5", somebody's a unit. He don't impose himself physically in the box, and so didn't get enough punch in it. But managed to save his feet. Now we're on the attack. Benny's got the ball in the middle. Paqueta, little drop of the shoulder, little dink out to Ben Johnson. This is better. And then Ben Johnson just absolutely, you muppet. Such a poor pass. It was such a poor pass. No need for that. Anyway, the ball's back with Ghent. Lucky Questel's not playing. Giveaway, he'll get sent off, innit? That's what he does. when it comes to these important games. If we get a draw, not bad. All to play for. Ghent have had 15 attempts. We've had 3. And then they're on the attack now. They're on the attack. He plays out wide. Plays it back to him. Gee, should have done better there. Oh, should have done better. Done the little 1-2. Was that your Ticinado guy in the middle on the centre spot? Absolutely spoons it. Absolutely spoons it. So lucky there. Credit to Moyes. He's tightening up the defence. Yeah, we've been battered by at the. We go again with 2 up top. Hopefully, it'd be nice, Dan, wouldn't it? It'd be nice. Nothing's going to happen. Johnson, come on. Manu, 2-1. Seville full team. Okay, just score West Ham. No, he's got blessed. Draw again, Farmers. That is totally bad. Gary, these are not Farmers, these ones. These are a very good Belgian side. Very good Belgian side. As I said, this is our toughest opponent this year so far, and we just haven't been in the races at all. At all. Now they've got another foul. 5 minutes to go. Just outside the box on the right-hand side, left-hand side. Soufal. Looks like it's going to get booked for that. And we have, in terms of all the other Farmer sides, we've managed to do quite well, haven't we? So I think Soufa got a yellow card for just throwing the ball away. And what's the other games? They don't kick off to 8 o'clock, so we don't know. Actually, what's the final game? Final's 1-0 to final. Watch for a set piece now. Who's going to win? I don't know. Been awful season. Cresswell coming on. West Ham wing. Come on. Let's have a look. Come on. Positive vibes. Positive vibes. Cresswell looks like it's coming on. Is he going to come on for Emerson? Let's have a look. Looks like he might be coming on for Emerson. Which is not a strange one, but looks like it. Emerson's off for Cresswell for the last 5 minutes with injury time as well. Ball comes into the back. Ben Johnson headers it out. A nice long shot again. Deflected. Little ball inside and totally eludes everyone. And it goes out for a West Ham goal kick. Yep, looks like Cresswell is on. Let me just download that, put that in there properly for everybody. As I said, it's it's not a totally. I mean, it's not. It's not totally beyond the realms of possibility. As I said, we've still got plenty of games. It's only half time. Still got plenty of games to play. At obviously London Stadium. Now they're on the attack. It's held up again. Is that another foul? Is that another foul? Yeah, it's like another foul. Callum Johnson's 2-1. He wants 2-1. Callum's to go and bet all my Armada coins on West Ham. He's got hills of eyes on again in terms of David Moyes. He certainly does. Yeah. There we go. Areola, not long to go. A few minutes plus injury time. Let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can do anything. Ball's go over. Goes out for another foul. Antonio obviously fouls someone because that's all he does. And then he claims that he's hurt himself. Is that Iatowski? No, it's not. Oh, jeez. It goes right over the top of him. Poor unlucky lad there. Where's the comment? There we go. Couple of minutes. Come on, West Ham. West Ham got the ball in the middle of the park. The poor ball by Paqueta looked like lost the ball in the park. Pretty simple ball, but just can't seem to get anything going. This is a shame. That's the trouble with West Ham. Just can't seem to get anything going. As soon as we start moving forward, then we'll lose the ball, and it would just be like again Groundhog Day again. Over the long clearance. Antonio just totally misses it. Don't get it. Man, he's built a tank. still of all that by West Ham again. I want to take gets enough on it. 90 minutes, 3 minutes added. It'll be 3 minutes added extra time. Yeah, Ariola's been, and everyone says Ariola's a great distributor. His kicking has been appalling today, appalling. Yeah, it's had an okay game. I think he could be at fault for slightly losing the runner for the goal. But apart from that, it's been relatively okay. You know, the fact is, I haven't noticed that he's been playing. So that's a good thing, I think, for a defender, really. You look at bloody corner. It wasn't corner on. Ghent had a shot high and wide there. But yeah, Dan, I totally agree. I think his distribution has been atrocious today. Atrocious. Let's get the ball in the middle of the park. Paqueta, little touch for Benrahma. Loses the ball, of course. Give me my Armada, of course. On the attack, Antonio should have done better there. Should have done better. Ball comes through to the edge of the box. Antonio hits it first time and tries to curl it in rather than taking a shot, running in the ball and actually having a decent shot on goal. True, but he's a professional football player at the same time, Alan, isn't it? So for me, you've got to take your opportunities when they come. If you know your opportunities are limited, you've got to impress when you're there. I don't think Ariola's impressed since when Fabianski was injured. I don't think he impressed so much so that as soon as he was back, he put Fabianski straight in. Where this transition hasn't happened. He's been very poor today. Get the coach ready quick, indeed. Get the coach back to Blighty and get the hell out of here. Oh dear. It was 3 minutes into time, so we're a couple of minutes in. Ball comes through. Oh, that's it. Oh, he's got to go. Sending off. It was my mate Piatowski. Now, was that a penalty? Let's have a look. Literally, we are in the last minutes. Is it a penalty or is it a goal kick? Or is it a penalty or is it a free kick? I think they're just seeing in the box whether it was in the box or not. That's all. I don't know. There'll be a VAR check on that. I think it's just. Well, of course, I'm going to say it's just inside the box. I think it's just inside the box, but the ref thinks it's outside the box. I'm sure there'll be a VAR check on whether it's in the penalty area or not. Okay. Try again. Sure, Siri. I think it might be a free kick, but they're just doing a VAR check on that because the foul was literally. The ref's gonna have a look at it. This is mental. This is crazy. VAR check. Mike Wazowski got the red card. Oh, so he's not going to play in the second leg. Wazowski, you should have tackled him properly. So they're going to have a quick look and see where the actual ball was. This is brilliant. This is this is so funny. Like literally last second of the game. Now I think they've actually got the wrong angle. Now to me that's I think that's a free kick. I don't think it's a penalty. I don't think that's a penalty because I think since he makes contact, I actually think he wins the ball. I think that's a free kick. So it's not a red card. It's a free kick just outside the box, I think. I don't think it was a free kick. So he's not. So he's basically saying he's not a red card. So what is it? What's he doing? don't know what I don't get it. I don't understand what's happening here. So okay. So I think it's a free kick outside the box. It's not a red card. So Mike Wazowski is still on the pitch. Is he not giving anything? So I don't. So basically, I don't think he's given anything. So having a penalty and a red card, I think he's actually the ball's going back to Ghent. So I think it's actually a very good tackle. So that's what I think is going on. So I think he's literally that's what happened. I think it wasn't. I think it just carries on, and the game carries on. So the game's done. The game's done. We're going to be finishing full time in a second. It wasn't a penalty. It was a bloody good tackle. The ref changed reverse decision, and yeah. Oh dear, Mike Wazowski did a good penalty, and a good tackle, and no penalty, nothing. He changed to a yellow, but he had it out for the red card. It was a very shit referee, very poor. Hopefully, we get a better referee for the London Stadium. And looks like the game is about to finish, and it has finished 1-1. West Ham haven't lost, but we've lost our 100% record in Europe. We've gone, it's 1-1 in the game, and all to play for London Stadium. It's going to be a hell of a game at London Stadium. Crack game we're all for. It is over now. It is all done. It's 1-1. Finished 1-1. As I said, we will be doing the highlight show probably a bit later. And if we don't do it today, we'll do it later on. Thank you very much. Turns, I need to get some food. I'm starving. Expect the same next week. I think you have 60,000 fans behind them as well, so it'll be slightly different. Yeah, it was what it was. It was what it is. All taking account, draw is a good result. Yeah, when we come to London Stadium, all to play for. It's at level, and I think there's enough there. There's enough. I mean, we haven't even got our first gear really, and Ghent gave us a good old battering. I don't think we really got there. I don't think they actually did that. So anyway, really enjoy my burger. Anyway, guys, I said if you're new around here, give it a like, give it a comment, give it a share, give it one of those lovely, lovely good subscribes. And thank you so much for your time. As always, I love doing these things, and only because I enjoy all the chat and banter. So thank you so much, my friends. We'll be back later on. If not, we're doing the hey, Sylvia, how you well? I hope you were everywhere. We will be doing the ratings tomorrow and probably the highlight show tomorrow if we do a highlight show. But anyway, I've got to go because I'm starving. Take care, stay safe, stay well. Much love. See you all soon. Bye. Bye.